What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Woody. Good morning, Age of Origins. Guys, many people had Polar Invasion last night and yesterday during the day, and there was quite a bit of big upsets. We had plenty of, we had what, I think it was 858, and they just stomped us. They stomped us, and, more power to them. We are not trying to get those big numbers in Polar Invasion. We got GC finals coming up. Not 100% sure if we're going to try for finals yet, but it is on the table. It is on the table. 736 is talking about it, but not sure if we're going to try. We might sit back and wait for next season for GC. But anyways, guys, I want to hear about your guys' Polar Invasion. Like, how did it go? Like, was there any upsets? Who are you guys going up against? And what do you think about this algorithm of Polar Invasion that just does not make sense whatsoever? And go. Well, okay then. It looks like no one's gonna talk. Feel free to guys join in. There you go.
I
Hold
mean,
up.
we won ours in 785. We won ours, but
Okay.
I don't think we fought anyone exciting. So there's no reason to post it.
Well, I mean, it's just who did you fight if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, there were names I didn't even know. We didn't fight anyone strong.
Oh,
Oh, you know what? We might have fought. We fought an FUA. That might have been Groot's old nation. I'm not sure.
737. Yeah, that's Brutal Nation.
It might have been. I didn't even look at the nation. We free play
Okay.
and try to use it as just like training to get everyone to attack together. And so we're really more focused on the making the alliance attack better versus the event itself.
That is actually a really good point. Um, Polar Invasion is a perfect opportunity to try to do like time attacks or gift box. Well, I can't really say gift box attacks because you don't even see that at the top, but you can practice the timing, um, which will help you out in the long run,
Yeah.
especially
Do you
for.
guys use do you guys put like a time in a tower, or do you use the commands, or how do you
Uh,
run it in 737? I mean,
uh,
736.
we do use the commands. As a whale player such as me, we just go and fly and try to knock people out. But the rest of the players, yeah, we they'll use the commands and they'll follow so on and so forth. Um, but towards the end, yeah, even us whales, we're using those commands. We're following them too because we all know those last 3 minutes is what matters. If the points are close, because that center tower, if you win with it, it's like what, an additional 3,000 points or something around there. Not too much, but it's
Yeah.
enough to push that a win.
You guys usually go?
What's that?
I was just gonna ask if you usually go at 3 minutes.
Um, we usually go at 3 minutes. Like for say, if there's another alliance on its way there, and we know they're going to get there before us, we'll leave at like 3.5 to 4 minutes because you want that first battle to end and not to end. And then when you start yours, you got to finish the battle, or else you don't get those points. Like if you don't kick them out within that time line, you didn't win. Like even if that
That's
bar
right.
is like a second away from winning, you don't win. So like,
Yep.
the, but the hard part is trying to keep that keep that opening to where you can get in there because people know who's strong and who's not, and if they could try to knock you out, they're gonna do it. But so the algorithm, I think we were talking about this earlier. Like it says right here, 1086 is in first place, and I do want to see what 1086 has got going because they're in first place. So why are they in first place? What do they got? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do they got that's making them so special? What was that? 1036, I think it was. 1038. Because to me, that does not make sense. Like, you got.
Hey, I'm 1176. We're in eighth.
We'll check you out too. But I want to see why these guys are in first place. Okay, so they are a lock nation. So,
Check out
uh,
if you do get to one of these votes, check out what number the alliance is too. Like I think I saw 779's second alliance in the top 10, which also doesn't make sense to me.
That's
really.
crazy. We beat them in Elite Force too.
All right, we're gonna try 1176. They're in eighth place. I want to figure out why it's like this because No offense,
Oh,
that
we
don't
come
make.
deep. We come
Yeah,
deep.
but yeah, dude, there's no offense. There's no way you should be in first place. Like you got alliances that are in like still in the rank 100s that got 41s that are down here. Like in
Yeah, we got it. Like yesterday, I mean, the two biggest ones we did were second place alliances in 886 and 847.
I don't know. Look what you guys got right. This is your nation right here. Okay, this is your officers, right? And these are you got your highest is 37. Now I'll show you my nation. Um, in comparison, and we can't even get up there. All right, so we have 641s, a 40. Our officers we're at like I'm at almost 17. So why? What I'm trying to figure out is why is a nation such as yours, the highest is a C-37, the highest is like 10 million officer, so on and so forth. How are you that high in a nation such as mine, or much stronger than mine, not having an opportunity to get up there? You know what I mean? Like, why? No offense, why are weaker nations way up there, and the stronger nations not able to
Yeah,
get up there?
I don't know, man. I mean, we
Woody,
we come deep, and I mean, I know we're not the strongest, but I don't know. There could be it's
Woody, I
probably
might have
an
an answer
algorithm
for you
too.
for that.
All right, LB
When you
God,
saying
go ahead.
when you saying get up there, because if you didn't take polar serious in the beginning, every season when it restarts, it takes some of your past polar experience and pushes your rank. So for you to get up there, if you didn't take polar serious now, you basically got to win for 3 seasons.
Oh no,
You
man!
get what I'm?
Look at. I hear you, but look at 799. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I've never seen them lose a polar, and they take the whole map. So my money would be on them beating anybody in the top 10.
779. Yeah. So let me ask you. So 779 would only be fighting these people?
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt your talk, but it's possible to have a look inside of the city. I never saw a C-41 ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you.
I'm a weak C-41, so don't judge me.
But at least you are a C-41,
All
or?
right. All right. So, you want to see the officers first?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Strong level 1, I see.
yeah, I don't worry about these at all.
Yeah.
Morgan, he's okay.
Yeah, wow, okay.
Saki, she's okay. Got a little bit more to go in her life.
Level, which level is Saki?
Saki's
Also
level.
55?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
mine are 55.
Oh, wow, okay.
That's the first thing you should be trying to go for, is get that level to 55.
How old is your nation? A bit over a year, or?
We're like 2 years old.
Oh, wow, okay, I see.
2.5, right around there. And then like drill masters, they're the hardest to get up there right now, like the absolute hardest.
Is 55 the maximum?
Correct.
Ah, I see. Okay.
And then,
Yeah, that's the hardest one.
absolutely.
Oh, you have the special skill, yes.
And then Simon, then Maria, with her skin level 4. Like I said, I'm not that strong, kind of a little weak for 41.
But her skin is the best one.
Well, not necessarily. Maria, they go off the break, like the skins right here will go off the breakthrough that they have, or the
No, I mean not from the strong. I mean
oh, it looks good, yeah.
from the vision. Yeah, she looks so hot. I like her.
I don't know, I kind of like her. Just saying.
She
But
is hot too, but
the
the other one looks like an Egypt god. So yeah.
and then you got this person, Frigga. She's the newest officer that came out. What, 3 months ago, 4 months ago? right
Yes,
around there.
round about it.
Yeah, she's a little.
Shopping for Christmas.
She's a whore. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And then you got Tifa. So if you plan on like pushing your officers, this should be your very first officer that you should try to max
Yes.
out. Um, and then her level 8 skin. Stormbolt. I don't think they had an Aeon. Got all
So
that.
you would say that Tifa 6-star are the most useful ones?
Correct. Like this
Okay.
is okay. So this right here is the reason why you wanna do it like first.
Yes, yes.
Because the air support, it is a passive attack. So every single time that you attack someone, these bombs are gonna drop. So every
Yes.
attack that you get, that's what you want. Versus some other officers, they don't activate sometimes. So she's definitely a good one to get. Same with Zeus, very good to get too, because his passive is also every single time you attack.
Mm.
Um, and then after that, I would go to Alexandria because this starts the whole reduced damage taken uh, from the enemy. So everything's about reduce or increase or countering boosts. That's in the long run you figure that out.
But
It's a headache.
if you're higher than level 30, I think all buildings will stay on level 30, or it's not an option to go higher.
If you're at level 30, if your main city is level 30, you can only get to level 30 until you go to 31.
Okay. Okay, but I see the hospital, the manufacturers, and I think the garage is higher than 30. Yes.
Yeah, my garage is
Oh,
40 because
okay.
I'm a C41, so I'm able to bring that up to 41 for my troops.
Yeah. But for example, all of the other buildings like the farms or
Well, these
where the Refugans live in, they are stopped with level 30. I see.
yeah,
Yes.
these are all level 30. Yeah.
Yes.
Another some trick that you can do for newer players is instead of having a whole bunch of these farms and oils,
Yeah.
start making more of these.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have them maxed out. I'm at C30
Yeah.
also.
And then
But
also
I
start
stopped with
making.
C30 because now it's becomes too expensive to level up.
This is not a cheap game.
No,
If
it's
we're being
not,
real.
definitely.
So you don't want to max out on like the oil and stuff like that, to where you can
Yeah.
replace, like, you can have 4 of them,
Yeah.
and then just put the extra training grounds, or the extra medic stations, that will help you out to, this will help you heal faster. These will help you
Mhm.
recruit faster. Like if you're a farm, you're gonna want the least amount of these and max out all the other like minerals and so on and so forth.
Yes.
Um, but okay, then you want to see the Titans.
Oh wow, okay.
Titans I got one more level till I'm at 45. Just waiting on both of these. Oops.
And your airplane?
Oh, the airplane. Okay. I'm a little behind on the airplane.
That is the most expensive one.
No, actually the officers are most expensive in the game.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, actually, but
I'm at level 50
I still
on
have a
that.
blue one.
So I'm level 50. I got one more thing to go, and that one's completely done, which I won't be doing for a while. And then the lab, almost all.
Wow, yeah.
But yeah. I play with other whales, so it's kind of really, compared to some of the whales in here, I'm still a little behind. But
You are so is this the only nation you're playing in?
correct. 736.
Oh,
That's where I play.
and only one city?
Only one city. I don't got a farm.
Okay, yeah, so you can give your full focus to the city, I see.
Yeah, farms just they help out in the beginning of the game, but then once you get to like C34, C35, you start to get uranium lock, and you have plenty of, like, look at this. I got 3.9 G wheat and oil,
Yeah.
and then in my bag, I don't have to worry about it.
I will come and rob you.
No, 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 no. But
Okay.
now you see the
Thank
C41.
Yeah, thank you for having a look inside. Sorry for interrupt you talking.
Oh, that's no problem. That's no problem. You the
Thank you.
questions and answers is also here. But all right. Who else had their polar and who won? Who lost? Um, I want to hear a little bit more about everyone's polar. LB, you know what, LB God, let me ask you guys, how many people were you able to get to go in one of your event that you got in a polar?
I mean, we losing some participation. Our high number was 88, but
Jesus.
now, yeah, now we'll go in with about 72.
I mean,
I've always been on.
still like, and those are T13s. Oh my God.
Partial?
Like, I don't even know how y'all. Like, this is 923 right here. We'll take a look at him.
Scheiße, Mann.
Look at that, guys. All in the same alliance. Imagine freaking 70 or 80 of these mothers coming in of all T13s. Oh man. Okay. Wow. And so you guys are just dominating.
I mean, until we run across somebody where we got you on one side and Beast and Ducky on the other side of us, then we can't do nothing. It's too much. But if y'all on the other side of the map,
Oh yeah.
yeah, we're gonna give you a problem.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I believe that. I believe that. Yeah. When you get those two strong nations back to back, like on one side and the other one's on the other side, you kind of feel like you're a sandwich and you're getting squashed.
Yeah, yeah.
It sucks. Sometimes you try to fight your way out, and as soon as you get out a little bit, they come back and just lock you back in. Been there. So, did you guys win your polar?
Yes, we did.
Congratulations! Oh,
We
you did.
won by 10,000 points. We lost the middle at the end and still won by like 10,000 points.
Good lord. Good lord. Good lord. Okay. Congratulations to 923. And I know I did the void thing a couple days ago, and like you said, it was just getting late. But to clarify, you guys did win that, right?
Yeah, we still undefeated,
Still
bro. We was
undefeated.
down 1.2 billion going in, and we won by 303 billion.
Jeez. So, still undefeated 923 with the best void uh, rating record in the game right now.
No, best total. Best
Best
total.
total. Best total.
Yeah, because 896 is still undefeated and 1111.
Ooh, ooh. You might see them. You might see them.
1111, I'm gonna worry about. 896, we friends, man. That'll be all.
Right. All right. Well, congratulations. All right. And we're gonna move on to 732. It looks like 732 FIB Archie. They took the win. They took the win. How much did you guys win by, Archie? Jesus, you guys went freaking try hard. You hit day there, lock there. Wow, these are big. These are big names right here. 385 day. That's a big name right there. 285 lock. That's a big name. Let me ask you, Archie, if you're able to speak up. Did everyone go hard, or were they just like, oh, we're just here for the merits? He might not be able to speak up. Let's see. Archie, you there? Oh, he might not be able to speak up. If I look at this, you guys went to first place right off the bat. So, GG to that one. We'll move on to Boogie. Okay, so 1038 right here. Hold my beer. Oh my God, look at that. Boogie, you able to talk up and let's hear what happened here? I mean, you guys just robbed it. Is it really that early in the morning? All right. Looks like 1038 took the win right there. 888 came in second. 831, 717, 219. Wow, 219 Pac. Wow. You guys had a tough, that was tough, but you guys able to pull it off. I do want to see some of this stuff right here. That arms dealer Jesus in 1038. Over there in third place. Murder Matt in first. Kind of the same thing that always happens. 61, 62. Not bad. Not bad. Just a tip. Okay. I know you can talk. Sometimes you don't shut up. All right. Joking, bro.
I just want to see what a C41 looks like.
Dude, I'm a weak 41. But 5, 6, 7. Dude, you guys, what happened? You took 6-1. That's great. Or not great one anymore, but
You know how everybody prioritizes their events different, and GC's up.
So do you
We
think
go
that they just showed up for the merit then? And
I mean, they went pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie, but they, it takes more than 3 or 4 players to go hard. You know what I mean?
yeah, especially with those T13 troops. I mean, even if you're a C34 or C37 in your guys' case, with those T13 troops, they do damage.
But it's also you have to have people who buy the gyms. If you buy the gym, and the reason why I say that because you got to have the expanded fleets. Like I was running 858,000.
Mm.
So that makes a huge difference when you add all those T13s in there.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
So if you got people, and then you got the boost. If you have one nation that is likes to boost heavy, that makes a difference too. But I am interested. I really never thought about it until I saw your post this morning about the podcast, and then I was talking to Archie and Bird and Holbrook, and they make a valid point. As do you. How in the hell they come up with these damn rankings?
Yeah, I mean,
I understand EW, or is it kind of like that? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. In sort of, you know what I mean. The harder I've noticed, the more we've won, the harder it got. I will say that.
yeah, but you're not seeing any of the players that are at the top ranking.
Yeah,
And,
no, I agree. We see. We see Day. We see 621. We see
555.
255. They were the worst. Don't play them guys.
Oh, I played them once. They locked us in,
They
dude.
are the absolute fucking. There they are, rank 6.
Yeah.
They are absolutely hardest I've ever played in Polar. Those guys are.
No, that's two. And 6 is 255. I'm talking about 555.
Nah, we play 555. We beat them.
So when we were up against Monkey King and all of them, they just locked us in, dude. And as soon as I got out, Monkey King came right back in, knocked us back out. Like they locked us in.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That must have been the original Monkey King, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This was like a year ago when we went up against them.
Yeah, those days are gone. They don't play like that no more. You ain't got nothing to worry about now. Sorry, not trying to be mean.
No, yeah, like, but yeah, 255.
Those guys.
They go hard.
Yeah, I didn't know who they were. We decided to, how you have 3 different times you can play.
Yeah.
Somebody had a bright idea. Let's play in the morning.
Oh no.
Yeah. BS. Stay away from that. Unless you're planning to bring all your freaking nation and spend heavy, don't even entertain it.
Well,
Telling you right,
there's a lot of people that do go heavy in it, and like
they bring 80+ players, Woody.
Yeah, and those let's check them out. The 255.
I was just, god damn, that was enough for me to say morning is not a good time.
We'll check out 255 because they're like one of the best void nations.
I'd never heard of them before that.
You've never heard of them, dude? They're like one of the best void nations out
Wish
there.
I hadn't. I still have
like an hour and a half ago or so.
Or what?
Relatively listed up the grand scale of things. Well, at any point you need to smoke,
Sorry, Timmy. It'll take me a second. 255.
But the other nations, I don't understand. I don't understand how they rank so high. Don't make no sense to me.
Well,
do you think I didn't think about it until you just said it? Do you think it's a time thing?
It could be. I don't know. You might be right because
but I don't think it's
I've not seen lose. I'll tell you that.
I don't think it's
what time do you guys play?
I don't know.
I don't think it's a time thing because
we play randomly. I'm going with that theory.
Right there, Woody, the blue flag. You keep passing the blue flag right there.
Right here.
A little bit up to the right. Yep.
Like we played Ducky's Nation. We played Woody's Nation. We played a lot of people, but
so like it makes no sense. Like like there should be no reason like these guys are not in first place right now. Is what I'm trying to say.
They
Like
deserve it.
numbers are not. T13s are
I ain't
not.
never
I
seen
mean,
nobody beat them.
like, yeah, you can have like,
That baby Oracle right there, he
yeah.
freaking feeds nonstop. I beat him, don't get me wrong, 1-on-1, but you ain't getting him 1-on-1. You're getting all his friends and cousins too.
Well, it's kind of like the whole matchup of Triangle War and DLD. Like you get like a couple really strong competitive nations, and then everyone else is like in the 900s. Like they have no chance. Like, and I'm not trying to talk shit, but they don't. You know, like there's nations that are in Triangle War that they don't even have a 40 or 39, and they're matched up with like people that's got 6 or 7 41s. It's like what's
Yeah,
going?
but those guys literally, Woody, they speed. All three fleets are speeding nonstop, and I bet you they have 30, 40 players that are doing it. It's pretty crazy, man.
No, I believe
It
it.
was I'd never seen anything that crazy.
425 does it too. If they want to go hard,
I've seen them do it, but I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, for me to be impressed like that, it was shocking.
So my question is, and I hope Campbell's listening, with the ranking, if they're in sixth place, are they going to start seeing these guys up here like 1086, 948?
Oh, they obliterate them. You know that. Those guys don't even stay. Matter of fact, Woody, let them play all of them together on the same team, and they ain't beating 255.
That's why I'm wondering if there's a time thing. Like, we've played round 2 and we've played round 3, and we've fought tough nations in both. And maybe round 1 doesn't.
No,
I don't really know.
I'll tell you a secret. Round 1 is the hardest.
Well, I mean,
I got nothing then.
Here's something you got to think
425
about.
and 255 both play round 1.
But even if they're in different times, right? Even if they're in different times, at the end of the day, the points are going to add up, and you're going to be ranked exactly where you should be. So just because you don't do round 1 and you do round 3, doesn't mean after round 3 your ranking ain't going to move up. Or are you guys talking about like majority of the stronger nations are going to be in round 1?
Well, Tip just told me I'm wrong. We play round 2 and 3, and we fought a lot of you guys that are very hard. So if round 1 is worse, then my theory is trash.
We fight round 2 or 3 as well, so you know.
The way I conceive of it is that there are like 2 sets of rankings in the sense that you get paired. There's a distribution of rankings in every pairing, but there's probably some limit on how far or how large of an age gap there'll be. So I would guess that, like, I think we've seen some 900s, but I think once you're getting over 1,000, it'd be surprising to me that we would see those. And I think 255, I'd be surprised if they see 900s.
Yeah, but Bird, we're sitting there seeing Nation 1, Nation 30.
I've seen them. I've seen
that makes no sense either.
I've been up against 52 ED1. I've been up against those nations that they just lock you in.
I mean, we're playing nations with 100 plus C38s. I mean, that's insane.
Woody, we went up against Nation 2.
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
It wasn't even fun. It was like, I mean, they didn't come super serious, but just that much growth on us. It was tough.
And the power, right?
Yeah, it was just their number one, and it was the number 1 alliance from Nation 2.
Yeah, man. I don't get it. I don't think we're ever gonna get the algorithm of Polar.
What's 425 ranked on there? Are they even in the top 100? I'm ranked 264, Woody.
Dude, I'm ranked we're ranked 510. 510.
And we honestly win, I would say, 8 out of 10 battle at Polar rounds. We take first. Really? Oh, there's 594. They go pretty hard. I will say that. 594 up there.
Yeah, we've fought 594 as well, and they actually beat us.
They go pretty hard.
Yeah, they do.
I think since we're a couple seasons in, we're starting to see like a carryover effect because your starting ranking is dependent on where you finished last season. So, like, I think some people, if you've gone hard and you've won most since the very beginning, then you start up. But I would guess, for example, like, I don't know what your ranking is, but somewhere in the gold range, maybe, I would guess you guys are still going to end up high master or low king when it's all said and done. But I think our starting point is lower because of the carryover points.
Or are they last season?
Well, I mean, we were
rank at the beginning of this season is based on where you finished on rank last season.
Last season we were diamond, and now we're silver. Coming into this season, so if we were at diamond, then we come in this season at silver. That didn't make sense to me.
Look at all those 1,000 nations, Woody. That's just insane.
I know that's.
Oh, look at that! You got imitation KGJ. Killer's got to kill. That's funny. I didn't know there was another one.
Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, there's many of these nations.
There's 425.
Yeah, there's
385
in 92nd. There's many of these nations that just
is that 385? Is that the second alliance, Woody?
I think so. Yeah,
that's their second. That's not even Day.
Rank 2.
How the hell they ranked higher than Day? Get out of here.
Day doesn't really give two craps about Polar. If we're being real,
yeah, I know. I've played them.
They're more about the Void and the GC and stuff like that. Which, you know what, that's what you should be doing.
Oh, I agree with you.
But if you, I mean, you know, but I mean, let's think about it. If you know you can't win GC, this might be one of those events that you're just like, you know what, fuck it, we can't win that one. We might as well go hard in this one.
People are taking GC serious. I really do. I don't mean that to be mean. I don't mean that to be to start any baloney conversation. I just think that they haven't balanced. We were talking, Bird and I and Holbrook were all talking about it yesterday in one of the servers, that until they balance the nations or change, instead of just going 1 through 10, okay, you're in this GC, 11 through 20, you're in this GC. You know what I mean? That isn't a balanced GC. You and I both know that. So until they balance GC, I think they're going to get more and more nations that just aren't going to care about GC. It's just, it doesn't, you know what I mean? They can't compete, so why care? And then, like you said, they prioritize something else.
Well, with GC, we all know that it's done by brackets, and it's done. It's picked by It's 33 nations per bracket, and when a nation below your bracket merges, someone's dropping into the lower bracket, and 9 times out of 10, you will have no chance.
But GC is nothing with strength. It's, you know what I mean? It's literally just 1 through 10. You're in this bracket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what sucks about it. I think they need to change that algorithm up. I think they need to put it with stronger people, average with average, or whatever. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't be called global conquest then. It would be
then
just
call it world
conquest.
Then call it I don't
AO
know,
conquest
or something. Change the name up. I don't know.
I know that I can't put global conquest as a
you say
title.
That though, Woody. 5, 6s, and 7s are playing together, so you can't really call it global conquest. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there.
I think it's a little bit more complicated than that. The reason why a lot of people don't take GC serious, it's not just because of what you're saying, the power gap. It's the fact that it's just so damn expensive, and the rewards are absolute trash. So,
but if you actually could spend and have a chance, would more nations do it? That's the question. And unless it's closer in stats or strength, then I don't care what you spend, you're not going to win. It ain't Polar where you can just speed more. You know what I mean? I mean, you either go into there with your 300 or 400 million BP, and your whales, and you're deep as shit, and you're going to win. It's that simple. Really, it is.
Well, that depends if there's teams and backstabbing that goes on. You can have those fucking whales in there and they can still get burned.
The reason why that's happened, Woody, is because the other ones can't win. Think about that.
That's true.
I think
you know what I mean? If you had 4 like the best GC I really love is the 425, 385, all 374, 373, all those guys. I think they have the best GC.
Well, they don't see any locked nations either.
Strength, they have, each one of them truly has the chance. It's just a matter of who plays smarter and maybe spends a little more than the other. That to me is fun GC.
Yeah, but you gotta also think about the only nation that they see in that's locked was it 442. That is it. Other than
No,
that,
more 528's in there now.
528. Well, okay, two of them.
Well, 528's a monster.
Right, but they can easily be knocked out easily.
Well, it would take two of them to do that, so you know. But yeah,
well, right, but they can be knocked out in the preliminaries, and then that's it's game like
But even
What-
if you had 3 solid day, 425, 373, and 528, it would still be fun. They would all go individual. I just don't, you know what I mean?
So when I was playing in 373 with Ram, it was more about fight for the towers and burn each other's cities. Like I was
Yeah.
always the first person to be burned.
Well,
As
of course.
as soon as my bubble dropped and it started,
You're popular, Woody.
I got
when they
burned.
burn you, you make Facebook.
I make Facebook. I make Facebook.
That's still not fair.
I
think
wish
The
they would,
1100 GC is going to be a good one.
What's that?
I said the 1100 GC is going to be a good one.
yeah, but are y'all close in strength, or do you have one that just dominates everybody?
No, we've got there's a 41 in each, and 3 of them, and then there's us with our 37 that identifies as a 41.
See,
So-
that's fun.
That's
because
fun.
you have yeah.
Mm,
Maybe not the 37, but,
No.
but the other 3 look fun.
I believe that the GCs are a lot different in the old nations than they are in the new nations, and I say this because in the old nations, everyone got to grow with the game. The power gap down there is not that big. Up here, if you got money like 904, you're just walking over everyone. No one even has a chance.
I'd say yes and no, but you also have to understand the older nations. A lot of people changed and moved around a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of
correct-
there's a lot of dead whale cities down in the older nations that they don't hand over to someone else. They just log out and that's it.
But it's a little bit more balanced, at least down there, city level.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of balanced stuff down there. You're not wrong on that. But like I'll say it, like in our globe, we already knew who was going to go in the finals. Like we made sure of that one. Because we got a lot of locked nations in our globe, a lot of them, not just like 4. No, we got like 7 of them. So I mean, obviously we know the whole try to get them out of there because they're a problem. They're strong. They are a problem.
I'm
So-
shocked 722 didn't make it. I'm really shocked about that.
We made sure they weren't gonna make that. We made sure we
Yeah,
were last season. We were at 736 was trying to cut them out for making finals, but they outsmarted us. They didn't outpower us. They outsmarted us. They picked
Nice.
they picked certain 41s to stay out. So they had like 3 41s going the first round, 3 in the second round, different ones, and then in the last round they came with all of them. And it's like, wait a minute, because I can't
Well, I
read.
know-
I couldn't read their names, so I'm like, how the fuck do you get all 6 you guys in all 3 rounds? You know, like there was just so many of them.
I just wish that Camel would maybe change it up. I know they listen to these podcasts, Woody. That's
Yeah.
the reason why I'm.
Absolutely.
I really wish they would make and not choose it as in 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, 5, and 6, or whatever. I wish they would take the power and maybe truly take last year's winner and bump them up or something like that, or you know what I mean, and change it up. To me, it would make more fun to make it more balanced, and then the winners move them up a bracket or something. You know what I mean? I think that would change the GC. I think it would change the participation. I think it would increase the spend. Because somebody who truly can't compete is not going to spend. I think they would get more spending if they had more nations that were close to each other, and it would be more fun too at the same time. I think it would be a win for the people playing. I think it would be a win for Camel. You know what I mean? I really think it'd be a win for everybody. And at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want to have fun, and we want to have competition, but we want to have real competition, not obliteration.
Yeah, I agree. I honestly I agree with that too. Like for instance, the nations that couldn't compete, like for instance 747 that's in here, and some of the ones that
Drop them down to GC. You know what I mean?
drop
Give
them
them
up to drop them up maybe 2 GC brackets, to where
Absolutely.
it's more fair for them. Like I believe 747 they don't even got a freaking 41 yet.
Yeah, they put 700 in our GC. I mean, even though they talk shit, Woody, by the way, they talk shit again about you.
Of course they do. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they?
They did, by the way.
They're undefeated in all voids. But I got 2 videos that showed us beating them in both times. Undefeated.
But even that being said, they shouldn't be at our GC. I mean, it was not even fun for them. There's no point. And I guarantee you, they spent nothing. They had maybe 40 players and between all 3 rounds total play. And that's a joke. There's no win for Camel there. There's no win for us there. You know what I mean? I mean, it just isn't.
Put it this way. When we went up against 701, it was 701, 726, and I think 776, right? It literally 701 didn't even fight. They went and got the toilets. Same with 776. A couple of them came in and they burned some 726 cities, but there was no they already knew. And I'm not talking about shit about you 701 because you guys are strong. But there was just no fight. You know what I mean? Like it's like they already knew that. Nah, we're not.
Well, like you said in the beginning, you said you already knew the 4 that were going to be there.
We did.
And every GC knows who's always going to be there. You know what I mean? Seriously, you pretty much know who's always going to be there, and that's a problem. That tells me the others don't have a chance, and that means the spending is not going to be there. And all the other ones do is do what, Woody? They spend 4 months saving.
Correct. Now you got
Camel didn't make more. They just saved and played less other events, knowing they were going to be the ones in the GC final. That's not a business model that I would want to replicate. You know what I mean?
I think, I agree with you. I think that there has to be some kind of change up, and they need to stop doing the whole the 33 nations and then drop them. You know, once they get a merger.
1 through 10. No, you're this one.
Because look,
any kid can do that.
Right? Because you got you got Nation 700 in yours. Hey, Scrapper, can you mute your mic, please? We're hearing the background of your car ride. Thank you. So like 7-Eleven right here, they're close to having to drop the bracket with you guys. And will they ever win again? I hate to say it, they might not. They might not. Because you got 700 now, and then you got 701 that will, if anyone below 700 gets a merge before next season, 701 drops down. Anyone.
Absolutely. Well, not even, for sure, 100%.
And then 709 will be next to enter your bracket, and then 711. And that's like literally, like that's 2 nations, three mergers down there, and it could be in the 300, 400, 500, 600 nations. Even in one nation one, if they get a merge, they're all those. That's the process. 701, 709, 711.
They would spend the same amount of money that they're spending now to play you.
No, they would not. They would not. They would be the nations such as yours or 621 would reach out to say, "Hey, you want to team up?"
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And that does happen. That does happen.
Or we call that our easy rounds. Sorry, not trying to be mean.
But so with that being said, like even in our GC, the way I look at it is like, okay, we're all friendly with all 4 of these nations. Like
nice.
732, 736, and 767 all have a chance to still play the same bracket next season
that's pretty
together.
Badass.
But 711,
that would be a fun GC.
Yeah, but 711 don't have it. They might not have a chance to ever win GC unless they win this one.
Yeah, I would recommend it.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, there's a high probability that they're going to be in my GC next.
Yeah, and
those days are gone. Because 621, again, I like them. Don't get me wrong, they're a pain in the butt sometimes, but I still like them. They're higher than me, so they ain't going anywhere unless they redo the GCs. They're 621. I'm 567, so they're gonna see 621 for sure.
Yeah, 621. They're gonna see you. They're gonna see 555. No, 619. All those power players. But
monster.
The big upset is 555. The underdog is in finals, or not 555. 550. 550.
I mean, well, they're a strong nation. They just don't have the mega whale spenders. That's the only thing they're missing there.
Well, if they
bring depth, they bring average strength, average good stats, great people. Their best tactic is they are incredibly smart when it comes to playing. Like they are great. Their tactics, their planning. I mean, they've always been a great Boyd nation for that reason because they're super smart. But they just don't have enough the whales. That's the problem.
All right. Well, let's jump back into the polar real quick because I see a couple people got some. Here's ours right here. 858 just freaking decimated us. Like
They're monsters.
they're monsters, and you know what? They're
What's the
monsters
rank?
in. What do you mean? Fuck, I don't know. I guess we can. Let's go look. Let's go look.
I fought them. They're hard.
They are. They go. I even said it. I even said, "What are you guys try harding for? Like, come on, guys. We're not trying." But I mean,
think they're like 31 or 32 or
Yeah,
33, somewhere around there.
They
They're
were
up
30,
there.
Woody.
they're right there,
30.
30 right there. And the
That
thing
one
is,
makes sense to me.
yeah, that makes sense. Plus, they're in EW. They're fucking monsters. They walk over people in Elite War. Like, well, I think they actually freaking challenged. No, 904 challenge. That's what's. Oh, I don't even want to deal with that. That's gonna be a straight speed fucking EW. Take your win. I don't care. Not worried about that. But yeah, like here I am down here in 5th place. I showed up like 20 minutes
Oh,
late.
you missed it by 376 points, Woody.
Yeah, I know. I'm okay.
Shame on you.
Whatever, dude. I'm okay with it. I wasn't even gonna show up, and literally wasn't even gonna show up, and all of a sudden, freaking, I get a ding, 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 ding from Viber saying, "Woody, get in here." And I'm like, "Get in where?" Oh, Polar. Oh yeah, okay.
That's funny.
I wasn't even gonna show
Hey,
up.
Woody.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Odie
Hey, Odie, how
from
you doing, man?
858.
Yeah, you guys went hard, man. So,
You know, we really weren't trying to. That was totally not what we were going to do, honestly.
I got to show you some reports. Okay, so I'm sure that you guys got some of the same reports, but I hated causing you guys to heal, but I know you guys had to heal off some of these.
We honestly, we were just trying to get a little bit of merit. I already told the guys, hey, let's not go hard. We have GC coming up.
Oh, you guys went hard.
And
You guys went hard. Don't even say you didn't, because you guys were
no,
trying to fill the whole map.
We did go hard, but that was not the game plan from the start.
You know, I find this you might not agree, or you guys might agree. A lot of nations, no matter what event it is, they see, oh, it's Woody, and it's all of a sudden the fucking Super Bowl for them. I know that sounds fucked up, but
I'm not gonna lie. You are the one to beat.
Oh, just wait till you guys fight, like 904 and all them people. They or Ducky at that matter. Those guys, Ducky and Beast. Oh my god.
We are coming up on GC that I don't know how we're gonna do. I honestly, I mean, of course we play to win, but how do you go up against Ducky the Beast? I mean, 827.
Let me ask you, can you mess around? Let me pull them up. Can you mess around with this? Like, I can tell you how to do it, but I'm friends with them, and I don't think they would like for me to tell you tips and tricks for like GC. No offense. Yeah, they got 441s now, and they're all big 41s. I mean,
yeah.
Look at that shit. Like, what? Huge 41s. I'm surprised. No offense. I'm surprised Beast is higher in his officers than Ducky at this point.
And they're fake officer. Ducky don't care about that.
Yeah, like the ones that I have at level 1 still.
Yeah, I mean that's just showboating is all that is doing. No offense. If you got the money, I guess do it.
Both Titans are complete max. They can't do a goddamn thing with their Titans anymore.
Is there a skin max, Woody?
I mean they're both at the same. Oh, wait, hold on. both of
I
the
always
exact
wonder
same
that.
numbers,
I'll
man.
never find out, but I always wonder if there is, and I do see that they're the same.
Yeah, they're exact same. If I recall, when we were looking at the Ronaldos and tree houses, they were the same, just like this as well. And those are
Maybe there
max
is
too.
skin max. I've seen a level 26 skin, or 27, 26, 26 or 27. I think I've seen. I've never seen one bigger.
Don't let Ducky or Beast hear you say that, man. They might be like, "Oh, really?"
Oh, I'm sure they have bigger ones. That's why I'm curious what it is.
They're warplanes. Oh my god, dude! Look
A
at
lot of
that.
gold over there.
They got 5 gold warplanes. They ain't fucking around. Jesus Christ!
They ain't 5 fleeting you.
They can 5 fleet you and do some fucking damage. And then their island is just freaking insane. Is this the biggest island I've seen so far?
That is, the Ducky has the best island of anybody in the AOA. Or Daring Camel, I'm sorry.
Yeah, in the whole entire game.
Yes. He's bigger than Ronaldo.
Jeez.
But he wasn't until he found that glitch. And then
Yep. The
took
beat,
advantage of it, and nobody else did. And now they've adjusted, as we all know.
Yep, the beat the meat glitch. Jeez. Well, he's still got a little ways to go on the plane right here.
I wouldn't say nobody else noticed that glitch.
Well,
I'm just saying.
There's a few people that noticed it, but if you look at that, like the island being all max, and yeah, I know you noticed it as well. I can only imagine. I was talking to Ducky when this came out, when he did this. I'm not going to say the exact number, but I will say it was over 10 grand.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. When this happened, he noticed what was happening, and he's like, "I'm just gonna max it out. Fuck it." You know what I mean? Versus,
I would have done it if I'd have known it worked at that time.
I didn't know about it.
I didn't know it was doing that.
Yeah, it was just dropping blueprints left and right. After, you know how you the skin, the caddy skin. It was
Right.
it would drop here and there, here and there, here and there. But once you got the max amount of caddy skin, only thing that was dropping was fucking blueprints.
Saying.
So I mean, why not take advantage of that? Even his badges are fucking insane. Level 40.
Ducky's a full blown, whale. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah. It's funny. Like all the other whales in the game, they know his name. Even down in Nation 1, they know who he is. Anyways, Odie, so what's your plans if you against GC? Odie, did he leave?
No, hit it and quit it.
No, he's still in here.
Hit it and quit it.
I mean, dude, they came hard. They came hard. So I mean, they might. I think that the only problem that they might have is that they went hard in Polar, which is going to make them vulnerable for GC unless they all plan on, loading up again. It might be a straight.
Yeah, that's the problem we have. Once again, we really were not expecting to go hard. We were planning just to get some merit. But we use gold, we use heals, and
yeah.
Yeah,
I know. Now you're like, fuck.
It sounded like you guys had a Frank the Tank moment where just one beer, and that was it.
I was
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like whenever I join like these events like Iron Blood or Polar or those kind of events, I'm like, I'm just gonna slow walk, and it never happens. Maybe the first 10 seconds, and I'm just like, speed it, fuck it, and you go through, like, look what I didn't go through any gold, and I didn't use all my fucking speeds, but that was close. I was just like, I had like 120 50s still, and I was like, I'm definitely not doing that. So,
and one of the big problems we have is that, we have some great spenders, but then you have the rest of the guys trying to keep up with them, and they can't replenish the the gold and speed and heals like some of the big guys can. I mean,
So
it
that's another thing I kind of wanted to bring up for the whales to hear is hold on, I got a cough. So if you're going hard as a whale, you're going super hard and you're just pushing your city and you want to always win, so on and so forth. You got to start thinking about, can my alliance or can my nation keep up? And if they can't, that comes to the point where, well, now you pushed them too hard. Now you're gonna have to start carrying them again. And that's the kind of thing that we don't want a whale to do, is to carry a nation. You want people to be active, whatnot. But if you go hard every single event like you guys do, it's gonna force all your people to step back a little bit, and you guys are gonna have to start carrying again, and that's an issue. Or people will start leaving or getting out of your alliance because they can't keep up and go to a second alliance, and then there goes your super alliance. I've seen it happen many times, but I don't know if you guys are at that point yet. But the way you guys go hard in every freaking event. I'd be very careful, pick and choose which one you're going to do, what people can and cannot afford.
and that's exactly why. Once again, we were just like, all right, guys, this is not the priority. We're just coming in here. We're going to play a bit.
Let's check and see what you guys got cooking.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we've been
look at that,
trying to take it easy on EWs too, because man, it kills you on gold.
Yeah, well, maybe just stop trying to win them. Like, you guys are ranked. You guys are ranked. Hold on. You're up there. I know you are. Yeah, you're ranked 39 in the entire game. Like, that's a wall that you're hitting right now. That's a wall.
Hey, what do you know? What I'm noticing in EW? People are losing on purpose now to drop rank.
I've noticed that too.
I mean, our last 3, they have literally just joined just to lose rank.
I've noticed that too.
I want to go up.
Like, I think this one, 320. Let me see. It might be where they literally just come here and they go back in. This might not be them, actually.
They're just joining to get merit now, and that's it. And they're giving up the rank.
Well, there's one that they literally come out and they go right back in.
Oh,
and
wow.
They just do circles. That's all they do. I don't think it's this one. I could be wrong.
We just fought
yeah, it's these guys.
They gave up rank. We fought 373. They gave up rank. I'm like, what the heck's going on? We can't beat these guys. Why are we winning?
Because they want to drop rank.
Absolutely.
Oh, that wasn't the one I was talking about. that
looked fairly easy too, though.
Yeah, it's oh man, it's one of these. Was it 333? It could have been 333.
It's crazy that you're playing 333 in EW, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tell me about it. I don't even want to play 373 in my old nation. I don't want to play that.
They're giving up rank. You're gonna win if you play them.
No. See, if we played them,
you're Woody. That would be different.
Exactly my point. Oh, this is that one where they went. You remember EW started and all of a sudden it was maintenance time for like 15 minutes.
Oh yeah,
this is that one. And I was like, what the fuck? I want my buffs back. I want my buffs back.
They didn't give us nothing. They didn't even give us an hour of apology.
I didn't even get my hair pulled or anything. Like,
you got nothing.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here. We're not gonna sit in there and wait. No, I'm good.
That's funny.
I think one of the other risks for alliance leaders when you push too many events is you're not just risking, blowing your players' bags, but also you're hurting their long-term growth.
Yeah.
Because you want to balance as an alliance, enjoyment in events, which sometimes requires some spending, and also building towards long-term growth. Because I think as alliance leaders, you have the responsibility to take a long-term view, and you don't want to burn out players or lose players to pushing events too hard. And you want your entire alliance, 1 year out, to be in a better spot in terms of their internal city stats and the guts of their city. I think that's another longer term risk that alliance leaders should take into account.
I agree 100% with that. Like, it's cool to win, don't get me wrong, and you want to be competitive and all, but if you're competitive in, like, well, I'll just say it, if you're competitive in Triangle War or DOD, that, and you're expecting your other, smaller players to get items and stuff like that, just remember, whatever item that they get, they're taking it away from the growth of their city. Especially if you want them to go hard. And I've seen it happen before. Like, I've seen a fucking 34 use a gold prism against me. Like, why? You killed 2,000. You just wasted $100 on that. Like, why would you do that? A 34. Why? Against a 41. Why would you do that? That's
because he's putting it on Facebook. That's why.
Would you put something like that on Facebook? I would. I'd be embarrassed.
Hell no.
And I guess to pair that risk with concrete advice, what I would recommend or what I've seen be successful is, talk as an alliance and as an alliance leadership and pick 2 or 3 events that are going to be your priority events as an alliance, and then align your alliance towards those events and remind people for non-priority events not to speed, and that your top players may be speeding in Polar, for example. Top players may be trying to get merit, but there's no expectation, and in fact the opposite, that other players are using heals or speeds to try and keep up.
Right. We have a question in the YouTube chat. This is actually a really good question from Freddie Martinez. It says, hey, Woody, can you explain if there's an importance to who arrives in a group battle first? And there is. Let's say a C-30 arrives first before a C-36 in a group attack. Yes, there is a huge importance that big guy gets in there first. Huge importance. And time is everything. So you want to arrive. The big guy gets in first, and then within a second, everyone else gets in there. Maybe 3 seconds, everyone else gets in there. And I'll show what I mean, because you'll watch this bar. I was already in there first, and the bar just, we're already eating, and they're trickling in. We're eating. So when we're eating, as they're getting in, we're just eating and eating and eating. A lot of the troops are already dying before the reinforcements can get in there. But it's very important to have that top guy in there first.
It watered down the stats tremendously if you do it the other way.
Yeah. So let me now explain that to you, to the people. If a blue plane goes in there or a C-34 goes in there, your stats in the beginning is going to be what that blue plane is in there. Versus my gold plane and all the stats and stuff like that, it's going to get in there and it's going to be right there, right at the point. And then the other people are just going to lower it a little bit. But if you literally have that blue plane in there, it's like, I think you said it perfectly. It waters it down significantly, like a huge amount. I don't know if that helped. Okay.
On timed attacks, all that stuff, you always want to make sure your strongest player is first. The scary part is that allows him to be countered first, which is the scary part of it. But they need to be first.
Yeah. Barry says, well, clearly you should always send just a tip first.
No.
Barry from 385, another YouTuber. If you guys ever want to watch a really good Elite Wars and learn from how to do Elite Wars correctly, 385 Barry has a YouTube. He's very good and he has plenty of videos. I'll actually show his channel to you guys where you can see what I'm talking about.
But playing 385 in Polar is really fun.
Yeah, so this is his channel right here. You can go through a lot of his videos about Elite War, and I'm telling you, they have technique, they have strategies, and you don't even put it this way: their alliance don't even really need a leader to lead them. They just know what their place is and what to do in any kind of situation they get put in. And that's when you know that you're doing really good, is because you already know what to do without someone telling you what to do.
Create teams within your team.
And if you guys check Barry out, be sure to send him some subscribe to his stuff, and in whatever video you watch, be sure to like it. You know, show some love for the people that are the creators that are taking the time out to make the stuff for you guys to see and gain that experience from it. I do want to see some more of this Polar. Right here you got 587 Dre, very strong nation right there, sitting in first place as well, always. I've fought them. They're very strong and very hard. J-Dog, very strong, bro. And you got, looks like 734 took the lead on that one. 790 got second place. Not bad, not bad.
It's a huge score.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if I see any. See, there's a 1100 right there.
I'm gonna look at 300 in there too.
In a 300. Yeah, but this one, I think that's like the 4th rank alliance.
Oh, so he's probably ranked in the top 10 then.
Maybe 1128 might be.
I'm just kidding.
Like that, in reality, like the people that are up there in the 1100s and 1000s, this would be the reality of like against the older nations. Like, I hate to say it like that. That's exactly what you would see. You'd be like, what the fuck? We can't even compete. How are we supposed to stay first place or second or in the top 10? You're not. You're not. That's and eventually,
I don't think I've ever seen what you just showed there. What did you see that bottom one?
what 874 wig or
What's the
WJ
score?
0?
I've never seen that.
They got locked in. That's how.
That's crazy.
They got locked in the second it started, or else they just didn't show up.
They never got a single one though. I mean,
unless they just didn't show up.
The automated, the computer ones.
Well, I mean, unless they just didn't show up. That's a possibility.
There's not one player.
Maybe.
That's crazy.
Maybe they looked. Maybe they looked at everyone and said, "Yeah, this ain't fair."
Have you ever seen that?
I've never seen 0. No, I've seen about this like 1000.
Yeah, I've seen that. I agree.
But like
I've
never 0. Never. That is kind of a. I don't think they showed up.
But you got the computer ones, the ones you battle camo just to open them up. You get points. So they literally didn't open up one single square.
Wait a minute. When is this nation one of the nations? No, I was gonna think of maybe they would be in the middle of the merger, but the
maybe they're skipping. Maybe they're skipping on purpose. You could, if you really wanted to force people
to skip Polar. That's impressive.
Well, maybe it's organized. You could say, if you join, we'll burn you.
Yeah, hey, that's impressive. I won't lie.
Yeah. Or maybe they're trying to drop ranking on purpose. Who knows?
That's one way to do it.
I mean, that is one way to do it. And I guess this player plays in 2 nations.
Maybe they're making a point.
Is this guy playing 2 nations? No, okay. So this is the. I'm not getting what the fuck. Okay, that's individual. Okay, I get it now. I'm like, what the hell? All right, well, let's move on to this one. 908. There you go. 961, 64299, 400, 269. I mean, they're seeing the older nations. I don't think these are first ranked nations, but I know 908 is strong.
Yeah, this was a good one, Woody. So this was like a revenge match because the last round of last season, we had these guys at Nation 2, but Nation 2 just kept coming at us. So these guys kind of got to run away with the score.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, no, we're coming at you this time. We didn't F around.
Oh, let me ask you, are you guys in GC finals or no?
No.
Okay, so at this point, yeah, I can see you guys going hard.
And we were ranked 15th, and they were ranked 17th. So I was assuming that they wanted to beat us to get past us in the rankings.
Did they go hard or no?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
But like you see those numbers we have.
What's that?
Look at all the items they bought.
Yeah, I know. I see that. I'm looking at that too.
Did they go hard?
59 to 40. That's good
I think
show up
we
right there.
actually had close to 70 people, but you know how people are in and out because they're at work or they went to take a break or whatever.
Right. Still 59 people in a single battle. I mean, hey, let me ask you any of you guys, did you guys' game crash over and over and over again?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So it's not just me. Like I swear my shit crashed all the time.
Yeah. This past polar, yeah.
I had in Void. I had
Same here
with freezing.
Yeah, I never see. I never have freezing go wrong on my iPhone ever. It's just crash. That's it. Crash. Load it back up. But now
Woody,
I
got screwed in Void. The retreat button wasn't working. I don't know if anybody else had that problem.
Yeah, it was the freezing. Exactly right. Same thing. I tried to retreat one time too, and it froze, and I couldn't do nothing.
I mean, I retreated and mine worked in Void.
Yeah, but I'm talking about big battles. I'm not referring to 3, 4, 5 player battles. It was 30, 40, 50 people battles and trying to get in it or
okay, so big versus big.
Yes, couldn't do it. Froze.
Gotcha. Yeah,
I had a big.
Those are the ones that matter the most,
and I couldn't get out.
yeah. I can see this battle right here would freeze your phone or crash it. I can see that. But
my game would just shut off right after I send an attack and Void.
Oh no, that's the worst.
That make you cry.
That is the worst in Void. Oh my god, Frenzy is not too bad, but Void, oh no.
And your city's sitting there unbubbled.
Yeah. Oh god. You're trying to send fast, and the game goes, nope. You're gonna slow walk this motherfucker. We're gonna give you 30-second slow walk. Yeah, it's frustrating. I'm with you on that one. All right, we're gonna move on. Let's see. Looks like I don't know his name, but well. So 11-16 got first. Oh, these are
as players.
Yeah, but still got first.
But close. Look at that. I mean, that's a close battle. That's not far.
Yeah, so these two went at it. I'm wondering if when these two people start seeing the older nations, if it's going to be like they're going to be like, well, shit, we can't do anything now. How are we able to do it against them, but now we can't do it against like 904 or the larger.
One of the things you talked about the placement, Woody, in Polar. I know we're talking about Polar. That's the reason why I bring it up. I think that's a huge part too.
Oh, yes, it is.
What do you mean?
When you're smack dab in the middle of two
play.
bad boys, oh, bruh.
Yeah. You get stuck between two big nations. You doesn't tend to work out well. You could play the same 6 people and have a different slot in 2 different ones and come out with 2 totally different outcomes.
Oh, I agree. Imagine getting 2 monster nations back on each side of you. They're gonna walk over you.
Oh yeah. You end up being the food.
Yep, all you are is just an extra point for them. Hate to make it sound like that, but that's the irony of it.
True.
See, they're in third.
Woody, somebody won Polar by 135 points.
No one showed up. No one show up, or what?
No, they won by 135 points.
I thought you said
That's how
100,000.
close it was.
I've done that.
I am seeing that some of the older nations that do go hard, like 904, 908, 779, 255, 923, they're starting to move up that ranking. So eventually they are going to play. I can see like one of these going against like maybe 923 and then 948 going maybe against 904. But they're gonna drop. Like they're gonna.
Have they played? Ask them, Woody. Have they played them already? I'm curious.
I don't know.
Any of the 2 people on there? Any of these top 10 on here together that have played each other?
Nope.
So these top 10 haven't played each other yet, huh?
I honestly think we would smoke those guys in the top 3 because they just have a couple, like 1 or 2 strong players. That's it up there.
No, the one that you all need to worry about is right there at number 6.
255, yeah. They don't fuck around. I hear 908's challenging the top 3. Just saying.
Well, I mean, like I said today, we were 15th and 961 was 17th, so that
Right.
was the pretty close.
I will say that it is good that Camel does allow these newer nations to reach the top and then slowly take it away, because if they didn't, they would never reach the top again. You know what I mean? So it gives them the satisfaction to being there for a few seasons, but a couple seasons from now, I don't think they're going to be there anymore.
I think they need to treat it like brackets and not as a whole.
Yeah. Look at this one, 45 to 22. That's not a bad showing right there.
I mean, maybe these guys really are just coming in numbers and they're spending like crazy, so that they have like you said before, the T13s.
Yeah.
And they have everything buffed and debuffed, and I don't know, man. Maybe this is their Super Bowl.
It might be their Super Bowl.
I'm trying to make it make sense. I can't figure it out either. I'm making up theories as we talk to just try to figure it out.
You can get your fleets up to, even those newer nations can easily get in the 700, 750, 780, maybe even 800.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Plate size, so figure 60 of those, or you know what I mean? That's huge.
They just gotta keep buying those things.
Alliance loves it. We come deep. That's why we're up there.
Well, put it this way. Last season, we had 25 people. There was this one event. We had 25 people. It was against a much newer nation, and they brought 60. And with 25 people, we just knocked them out like they were like standing still. I'm not gonna say what nation it is, but they didn't have a chance whatsoever.
It's definitely a David and Goliath situation, but
yeah. But like then again, we went against where are they? We went against 858 just now, just yesterday. And if you go into let's see, we'll go into stats. Sorry if I, but I'm gonna show.
You're so mean, Woody.
No, I'm trying to show reality. Like they got some big players there. Pooh, he was flying around the whole time. He's got.
And what event is this? Is this Polar?
Polar, yeah. He's got 14 to 15. And those are T13s. But when you add a whole bunch of other people against that, it makes it really hard. Like even stats like these, like mine, that are knocking on 2,000, I don't get this. Like in Void, I'm like 2,070, but in
Panda doesn't work. Panda doesn't work in Polar.
Oh, are you shitting me?
Wait, what did you just say, Panda?
The only way for his stat not to be 2,000 and it's 2,000 in Void is Panda. It has to be.
Yeah, well, Panda is only city.
Yeah, it doesn't work in any other event.
And he only has 40. He only has 40%.
Yeah, but that's what he's missing. He's missing exactly 40%.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
We just lost our Alliance treasure hunt buff too today, so that was a couple.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was mad. Comes out tomorrow, by the way, for those who don't know.
Nice.
So, we do got a question.
Or tonight, I should say. Reset.
We got a question in the YouTube chat again. It says, hey, Woody, I have a question. What are the pros and cons in your mind about the way INC was formed, steered their alliance and nation? Well, I mean, we have a 858 player in here. You want to explain how you steered your nation that way? I think he actually might have left, honestly. I think he left.
What was the question, Woody?
The question was, what are the pros and cons in your mind about the way INC 858 was formed, steered their alliance and nation?
How they got the players? Is that what he's looking for?
I think.
Well, first of all, it was a dream merger for them. Like literally,
they did get a good merger.
Like it was an A+ merger. and it motivated them, and they're winning a lot of their stuff. But like as you do in this game, the more you win, the tougher it gets. So
Facts.
sometimes in my nation, I like to win a little slowly. I don't want to smash everybody because then you just move up too fast.
Right. And I think this is what he's talking about right here, how they got everyone in the top alliance. The pros are you're going to win a lot, because now you got all your powerhouse players in one alliance. So imagine having all these guys sent in one attack. All your top players. I mean, they got up to 8 C40s.
It's not just their 40s. Have you ever really looked at their Titans? It's impressive. I don't know any old nations that look like that. You have 11 players with over 2 million Titans? That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
So their group attacks are effing.
Yeah, they got a lot of gold Titans.
And even their officers is getting ridiculous too.
Well, I mean, you know what that means? That means that you got to get yours to be ridiculous too. You want to compete? You got to compete. Like this guy, he's going to catch up real quick. This guy was sending every which way. If I went there, he went there.
Yeah, well, everyone's officers jumped nice with officer equipment, but after that, everyone's going to go back to growing it slow.
Well, yeah, once they get the officer equipment all done, they're back at that wall.
Yeah, exactly.
The speed spenders they're finishing them now, is what I'm seeing.
I started to slow down on the whole officer spending because I figured this. Like I think Raz pointed this out once before, is that you're gonna eventually catch up. So right now you're paying the big money to get to max fast. So you're gonna catch up. Like for instance,
then the first packs are better too, Woody.
Correct. Correct. I mean, my stuff are all like 18, so on and so forth. I think I got one that's maxed out.
I think you're doing it perfect, Woody. I really do. I think that's the best way. Financially smart and benefit at the same time.
Well, I look at each one of them and I put them into what is my build. You know what I mean? This is my
prioritize
build.
the ones that work best for you.
Correct.
First.
Correct. Like my build is meant to take that front line down as fast as possible. That's my build, as fast as possible, because we know for long range, once that front line dies, it's game over. Mid range, once the Titan dies, it's game over. So I mean, it'd be a different story for fighting mid rangers. That'd be more troop formation than anything. Long range versus mid range, but mid range might work if you don't have the right. Might win. Actually, probably will win if you don't have the right formation.
Hey, you know what I'm seeing the mid-range players change, Woody? If you look at your stats, I'm sure you'll see the same thing. Look at your mid-range attack. All the opposites are getting higher. I'm seeing 1150, 1200 LRA for players that aren't, that don't have unworldly set. That's pretty crazy.
I'll check. We'll check this one. We'll check my stats. Oh yeah, this is where my Titans are. Commander caught me with my pants down. I'll admit. Caught me with my pants down.
Gotcha.
Yep.
He just wanted to see how big you were. That's all.
Wanted to see if the rumors were true.
No, actually, after this hit, he messaged me. He's like, "Dude, I was just trying to get some cheap points, but it wasn't enough."
They weren't cheap.
That's a lot of heals.
220,000 loss is not cheap. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Well, imagine 585.
No, I mean he lost 220,000. Like they're gone. They're in the void. Potion needed area.
Dude, that's like $200.
You ever calculate that when you do a big battle? You're like, oh, there went $100.
That you know what? That is exactly why I always buy at least $20 worth of void potions each void.
Even when you SOS, you're like, I'm gonna SOS. You know, 20 people are gonna raid. You're like, okay, it's gonna cost me about $100 in heals.
So there I am with the 2,000. I'm higher now, but yeah. Now
Well, look at your mid range attack now.
Yeah, I know. I'm over.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm seeing people adjust, changing up the formations on both sides. Is what I was getting at.
Yeah,
people are adding more troops to different areas than what they ever added before.
I have been putting a little bit more mid range in my.
Because you got to think, What
Not
do you
too
think
much
your
more.
average mid-range player stats are in your nation? Do you think they're 1,000? I bet they're not.
No.
And that's what we were saying. That's what we were talking about. Is we're running about 1,200, and our average LRA player is like 1,000 in our nation.
Right.
So that's huge.
Well, and on top of that, like all these center stats here is what then that
Oh, for
this
sure.
is what this is what everything matters, and I think people are more focused on melee HP and the long range attack or mid range attack, which is cute. It's cute, but these are the stats that matter. These will change the difference of who wins and loses.
Yeah, your zombies looking nice too, by the way.
Well, thank you very much. I actually took some of my zombie attack off too and switched it, so I would have been at like 1780 right now.
You got to be getting close, aren't you?
What's that?
You got to be getting close to W5.
Oh, dude, I'm very close. I'm one away.
Nice. Jesus, that's a big deal, man. People don't realize that.
Oh yeah,
Like,
the guys that are standing.
I'm on my W5 right now, dude. Like one away.
Oh, that is.
As soon as I get this last level done, I'm done with the horrors.
That's amazing.
Literally
Congrats.
paid enough for them.
That's a big deal, man. That really, truly is.
I don't have is the fog level 2? Is that actually how much difference is it? Because I don't have it.
It doubles it from D5.
Ooh.
Yeah, remember
So a
you
lot of
saying,
people-
Woody, that League God told you that it makes a big difference.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay.
If you look at D5 for the people who haven't been playing as long and haven't had the opportunity to get them, D5 is what they really need to focus on. I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about zombies, to be honest. Like a podcast.
It makes a huge difference.
Okay.
Yeah,
I definitely noticed a huge difference.
Well, in that
Go to D5
case,
Woody right there so they can see.
I mean, it made such a difference that I told my
Oh,
alliance, like, hey, whatever you thought before, do more zombies.
So that's the first level of fog. It's 15%, and then when you get W5, it jumps to 30%.
oh, I can't
And that's
wait.
damage, right? So
Yeah, that's damage. That's that magic word, damage, right there.
Mhm.
The magic word.
do you guys see Camel doing anything more with zombies, possibly?
No, because they won't even let you keep anything. I don't know if you've noticed that. Well, I guess you'd have to be W5 already. Never mind. Once you get to W5, you don't say you finish something on a Titan level, you can still accumulate stuff.
Right.
You cannot accumulate any more intimacy points once you get finished W5.
Yeah.
So you can't save gifts and stuff like that.
Honestly,
Nothing, buddy. Nothing. Even though I keep doing it and I click because you're doing the what do you call that? I don't even know what that was. You get the 3 daily deals or whatever on there.
Yeah.
One of them I choose has the bio hospital little tubes, and then it has 500 biomaterial, and then it has intimacy. Right? I don't get to save any of it. You get none. You get no intimacy points. You cannot save any of it.
Really?
There's none. When I go to see intimacy points in my bag, there's 0, Woody.
That's not good. You remember they used to sell the freaking the syringes and stuff or serum? I'm not seeing any serum at all.
Yep. If I buy that pack, Woody, I get none of it.
Serum?
The serum comes in specials every
back
2
to the
weeks.
Yeah, but the serum used to be in the others.
No, right there. Yeah. 50 points. If I buy that pack right there, I get none
It
of that.
still is. It'll jump back.
Okay. Oh, Lee Guide, good morning. Good morning.
Morning, brother.
So,
did you guys notice those packs jumped from 3 days to 4 days to 3 days? It seems like it's alternating the time span now too.
It's been doing that.
Yeah, I didn't know if everyone noticed.
I haven't been paying attention to that. I just look at it like, oh well, it's not reset yet.
Yeah, it's the weekday it's 4 and the weekend it's 3. It's always been like that.
Correct.
I need more freaking serum. I use quite a bit of them.
Well, you know where you get a lot of serum is from the
Medici.
Come back on Friday. It'll be there.
Will
the
it?
Medici too.
I'll have to get some more then because that last void, I used quite a bit of it.
You can always use gold.
No, I'm not gonna use gold. No.
Just saying.
You see how much it costs in gold is like what
Yeah, ferocious.
like 20,000 for no, I'm good. I'll use the serum.
Or you can do what I'm doing, Woody. I'm being cheap. I'm not. I'm doing them slowly. I still have troops in mind.
Well, I mean, if it's like the first attack, and
Yeah, I agree with you on that. If you
I
start
mean-
getting close, more than half filled, you got to do it. You don't have a choice.
yeah, you have no choice. You have to.
'Cause once it's filled, once it reaches 50,000, anything over that you lose.
We had some really good hits like this one. Oh, that's the one he hit me. Damn. This
Did
one?
you guys talk about the polar with Ray yet?
With the first place one, I think we did. Go back into them.
Sorry to interrupt. I
No,
didn't
it's
mean to interrupt.
no, it's okay. It's okay. So, what do you want to know about them? 1086.
Oh, I was just wondering if you had talked about theirs. We faced them yesterday, and we're ranked like I feel like in the 60s or the 70s,
Uh-huh.
and we beat them.
Really?
I just shared the
And-
attack report
And what
down at the bottom.
what nation are you guys?
869.
869. Oh, right here.
So there's your proof that
Yeah.
if they go up against a decent older nation,
Well, let's
The
see.
rankings is based all on points.
And they
All the
have
points.
they have a monster. Taru has similar stats to Dab.
I think that's all it is. It's not based on power. It's just based on the points you accumulate each polar.
That was what 1028.
You're talking about Ray?
Ray.
Let me look really quick. Sorry.
Total wins.
Ray is 1086.
1086. I want.
Did you hear me?
What?
Maybe it's total points and not total wins.
But eventually
Yes.
they're gonna fall behind.
It has to do with how many of those points that you get. But if you lose very many, then yeah, you fall behind because it has to do with whether or not you place first, second, third. Hold on, let me look at the rules real quick for polar.
You see this? They got a 41 up there.
I think it's
40.
like 5 or 6, 4, and 2 points or something like that. First, second, third.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Turu too
and
is
then-
strong. He's strong.
He's super strong. Going up against him is like getting swatted.
Lee God, you know who you're going up against now. You get to look for this guy.
Yeah, run away.
No,
Yeah.
not.
You-
It would be the opposite.
Lee God would see this guy and be like, I want
Yeah,
him.
motherfucker.
You would see him like, I want him. I want him.
Yeah. Well, Deb had fun going up against him. It was a really good challenge.
But you guys beat him. Like beat him the whole entire thing.
We were ahead for most of the polar. They would get ahead and then we would take it back. I mean, it was really close. Like the only reason we won was taking the center at the very end. If they had taken center, then they would have beaten us just because of how many points you get whenever you take center.
Right.
But it was close and they fought really hard. And I would say as far as dominating the board, it was really both of us going back and forth against each other.
Can you go into that report and pull
Oh.
Turu's stats? And
Yeah,
I know
hold on one
I know they're not going to be true stats because it's polar, but we can get a general idea of like what this guy is and see
Yeah, 100%.
see what kind of build he's playing with.
Okay, let me pull that up for you really quick. Just gotta scroll to find him.
And of course, Lee got over here in 425 just fucking murdering everyone.
He fought his second alliance. That's funny.
He did, yeah. 269. That's a tough one too.
How strong second alliance is to be in that same polar with him.
And what's worse is they literally put them right next to us to start.
Oh god.
God.
So it like forced us to fuck them up.
Damn.
Not
You're
even
like-
Left them alone, like
Second alliance.
after the other stuff opened up. But
There you
yeah,
go.
it was not a great matchup for them.
All right, so
We had a
this
good time though. It was fun.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Look at this Terra guy. That guy is fucking strong.
He's super strong. Like, no joke. and very
And
impressive.
someone needs to tell these newer nations, get the hell away from that melee attack, man. Y'all are.
Oh
It's
man,
interesting
I
that
like that melee
they're
attack.
leveling that up.
We're not allowed to talk about that, League God.
Well, okay. Well, I'm just letting y'all know that shit's gonna make you a little upset as you guys get older. It's cool for like DOD and shit like that, but
I told him, but I'm not allowed to talk about
Yeah,
it.
Taru's melee HP is higher than Dab's whenever I'm looking at it. And I think same with his melee attack.
here, Woody.
Damages though. What do you see that?
Let him take a look at my stats before any buffs.
All right.
Yeah, let's see him.
One of the strongest players in the game.
I dropped like 400k in less than 2 years on that city, easy.
Look at those stats.
Yeah.
This is before buff?
Yeah, this is with no buffs. I'm currently president, but I don't have any buffs on.
Wow.
Are you done with your officer equipment, LG?
I have one officer left that'll be maxed out on Friday.
Dark and Qatar finished theirs day or two ago.
So they got the 50% disruptor resistance.
Yep, they got everything.
But that's max disruptor resistance right there.
Is that max? Yeah, whatever it is max. They have everything. There's nothing left to buy. They're level 30s on everything and level 15 on everything.
I thought you said it went to 50%.
I thought it was 52. I'm not gonna lie.
That means I'm closer than I think I am. I gotta ask, Lee God. I know you don't really want to give your unworldlies, but I gotta ask: are you using Siege? I mean, that number at 2153 is just fucking.
He's not
without a buff. It's just fucking crazy.
He's not.
Is it officer equipment that's also made it go up so high? Most likely.
Lee God.
The officer equipment's next to me.
Everything.
Yeah,
but it's not LRA or anything like that. It's a little bit of HP, I think, left. That's about it.
That's just being a monster.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Yeah, the Liga doesn't have anything else in the game other than probably that last thing to actually spend on, other than just gold.
I like that melee defense, though. How do you get it so high? Is that from other things, or is that all from the officer equipment?
I mean, I have melee defense slotted on several officers.
Well, substantially higher than me. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, I mean, I got rid of the zombie stuff and went melee defense.
Yeah, me too. Me as well. But you're still higher.
In reference to like the drills.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Are you putting them in drills?
Yeah, I got them on a couple of drills.
Okay, so I didn't do that.
Got them on a couple of drills. I got all the cross nation melee defense from war officers, but the drills gave me the rest.
That's what I was wondering.
I went really basic with the drills. I essentially just got my LRA, my melee HP, my melee defense.
Please get the drill.
Nice. No, that's impressive. 1455 is huge.
Yeah, I touch 2200, 2100 when I'm buffed.
Yeah, I believe it.
What the fuck? So that's like, dude, I can't imagine 2200.
We got two in my
I
nation.
sneakily put some whatever enemy defense reduction or some shit like that for melee. If you looked enemy melee defense reduction, I got a couple sneaky ones in there.
Yeah, I did that too. 97, I see it.
That's really about it, man. It's pretty basic shit.
So
you did a zombie reduction too. I see that.
How did you get the? Yeah, I got the zombie reduction too. How did you get the LRA that high? Like, I'm like pretty much can't get my LRA any higher where I'm at, other than like the officer.
Do you have triple S on everything?
Oh, you know what? That's a good question. I probably don't.
Including in nation.
Yeah.
The only ones I don't have triple S is these three.
He's probably got you 30.
That's where you're losing a couple of points here and there, but Still a damn monster. Yeah, it's the triple S. Like, all my stuff is triple S and fucking maxed out, you know?
Yeah, that's such a grind. These drills are such a grind.
I mean, for me personally, there was a time there where there wasn't a lot to upgrade, so I just bought officer shards and, you know, sweetened up my officer unworldlies.
Like that one.
Because I had a couple random double S's or random, you know, things that I didn't necessarily want in there for the future.
Right.
So I just did the 1,000 thing, you know, for probably 3 or 4 of the ones that I couldn't get.
So that would be like that event that I keep on like telling people, if you're gonna spend, this is the event you should spend on. That Titan wheel. You know what I'm
I
talking
mean,
about?
I don't like the Titan wheel, but I like to stack up the gold, you know, shards for the
Yeah.
officers.
Yeah.
Do you have
So
max
I don't know
strength?
how much they're going to be releasing new officers soon now that drills and wars are done. But
if you think
you
how
know, I got a couple of hundred of those fucking things.
I think director will be next. I don't think they're gonna drop strategy yet. Because
I hope so, because I'm looking for 1,000,000 fleet size, you know?
oh, I know you are. I know you are. I've seen one of your reports where you had like fucking 710,000 like in a void report, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, if I use that little bunny thing from beating up the bear, you know, I get up there.
Yeah, I got one of them. I'm saving it. I don't know when I'm gonna use it, but I'm saving it.
Yeah, I got one right now too, because people keep fucking stealing my shit in like the last 2 minutes. Little bastards.
Don't you hate that, dude? That's why
Yeah,
you
you're
just
like,
gotta
okay,
go.
I got second, I'm good, and then you fucking log in after reset, you got 12th. You know, like, what the fuck happened?
That's when you just gotta freaking go crazy right at the beginning to show them who's boss. Like
No, they're treating it like eBay, man.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. This shit's crazy, dude.
What the fuck is this?
That's
I
from
got one.
Head of State.
Okay, that's. I was just like, I've never seen that before. Okay,
It pops
Are they
up
going to
if
be
you
doing that
want
head of
to
state
win.
shit like with us anytime soon, or what? Like,
I'm
what's the deal with that shit?
I'm
Woody?
hoping so, but I know that they did take out the ancient battleground, but I believe they're going to be
Yeah.
still keeping the head of state. I don't know why they took out the ancient battleground. I know a lot of people started complaining about the whole not being able to heal or not having a chance against other whale nations, which they're going to see eventually that they're going to see like people can take anyone out eventually in time. But
So you basically know what your next 3 or 4
yeah,
events are going to be against, or who they're going to be against in head of states.
so let me.
Did you guys get that stuff up there, Tip?
Do I? No, we didn't get it. We didn't get it at all. I saw
Yeah,
a
we
few
didn't get it
older and a
either.
lot of newer nations got it.
Yeah, we didn't get it either.
Well, Ronaldo got it. Imagine that. Testing the Lock Nation.
Hey, I saw Mental's back.
I
Congrats
did.
on that.
Yeah, that's
Great
good
player.
news. Yeah,
Yeah, he's back. He's good, man.
Awesome.
yeah.
I'm glad you got.
Hell yeah. So let me ask you something, Lee God. When you get head of state, and let's say they put you at like 255 or 269 or 373, are you gonna go for the whole 9 yards, the frenzy and all, or are you gonna
I
still?
mean, I have no idea what that is, honestly. So I'll have to look into it, see what it is.
So head of state is 3 rounds, 8 people, 8 nations, right? And obviously it's one nation versus one nation, 3 different rounds, and the winner plays the other winner, so on and so forth, all 3 rounds. But the first round is void. You got to, if you want to like be competitive, you got to win. And then the second round is frenzy, and this is counted for the head of state. So you got to be competitive in frenzy to win as well, and then void again.
And there's a nation buff you get, kind of like DoD or Triangle. If your nation wins, and the top player can get a skin that has a 12% attack, I believe, is what it was.
Yeah, I saw the skin. The skin looks really cool.
Yeah, but the skin they did change.
Well, they only changed that so it'll be fair for GC.
Yeah.
It will go back, they said.
Yeah, once it's actually out of beta mode right now and testing, it's going back. It's right now it's garbage now because they can't give a nation that kind of skin with GC right now. You know, that's just too much of an advantage because it's just not one person getting it; it's everyone in your nation's getting it.
It's also the nation buff they get too.
Yeah,
They were getting the
that's
nation
what I
buff with
mean.
it as well.
Yeah, it's. I wish we had the old ones.
I just put Frank the Tank put something on our GC, and I screenshot it and set it in our chat.
Okay. All right. If anyone's interested in how head of state special skill events you, the head of state commander is selected similar in how nation's president is selected. However, instead of our 5 picking head of state commander, the nation's current president makes the selection. Ooh. So if it's a last void, you want to be president to make that pick. Okay.
So is that similar to GC when you like want to make sure you have the president for GC to be able to get that skin, blah blah blah, like one of those things?
So in that last void, the last round, you want to make sure you have it the president because it shows right here when you do get it right afterwards. That president that's current president now picks who's get it, so he can pick himself.
So it's very similar to GC then.
Yeah.
Got it. I remember winning in 357 a couple of years back for GC, and a fucking farmer had the goddamn president. I was so pissed.
Did you burn him?
Nah, we were peaceful back then, but fucking pissed me off. Me and Rusty. Fucking Rusty's like, God damn, that farmer piece of shit got that fucking skin.
If you wanna screenshot these or save them and go through it later on, this is exactly what it's about. I do wish they would have kept the freaking ancient battlegrounds in it because I think that'd have been awesome. I think that would have been the whole real true comparison about burning a freaking real whale with 7 different nations or top alliances doing it. Can you imagine that?
I bet some motherfuckers would have tried to burn me for sure.
I mean, you are a threat. If all nations are in that head of state, they see you, you're a threat to them. So I mean, if they talk to each other and said, "Hey, we gotta get this guy out of here," they can do it.
But we have you can reign though, right? So like my team can help and all that bullshit.
You can reinforce, but I mean,
oh yeah, they're gonna be hurting if they try to come for me.
yeah, and it was the ancient battleground was set up like chaos land. So you all.
I mean, it sounds cool. It really does. It sounds cool.
Yeah. The only difference is like if you get burnt, you got to heal your troops to play the rest of Frenzy.
So you have to heal your troops.
Yeah. So whatever.
Frenzy.
So whatever you lose in ancient battlegrounds, they don't come back after that.
So, no good.
That would be fun, don't you think? I mean, unless like you're up against like 255, 269, and they're just like hammering you and back to back to back to back, and they're waiting. You're just like, man, I can't even get out of this.
We had 269 in Polo War yesterday, and they literally just they're so good. I don't like to fucking whatever. They're just that good. I mean, if you look at our thing, we got a bunch of points or whatever, and we won the round, but it's only because Polo and his team like left us alone, and they were perfectly okay with getting second and like doing nothing. But like the 1 or 2 times we won after their towers, it was like fucking 55 rain came immediately. It was like, oh, okay, nope, we're not doing that. Recall, guys.
We get it. You can have it. Don't you need it?
Yeah, dude. I was texting with or Discording with Polo during it. I'm like, man, you guys are a fucking problem, man. Because they just jumped up to fucking rank 2 in Elite Wars. They had a couple of
Get over here and lay down.
Nation 52 and Nation 30 gave them some, attacks, and they won all of them, man. Jumped them up to 3, man, or 2, excuse me. I think that's really cool.
Jesus Christ, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man, those boys are something serious. I gotta tell you, man, 219, 269, and 255, their fucking fleet sizes and their stat averages are just so nuts, bro.
Right.
So nuts.
Man. Well, eventually you're gonna be. Well, you're already seeing them in Void. And
yeah, they beat us in Void.
Well, let me ask you: if you had as many nations that they got merged with, because they're the ones that basically wrote the game. and how to play. If you had that many mergers, like there's some that's got 19 nations in there. I think that was nation 30, I believe. 19 nations. If you had something like that, can you imagine?
I mean, that'll take years. I mean, I just look at it like the easiest excuse in the game. They're an older nation, man. They got 2 years on me. They should win. You know?
Yeah, plus like half the players that are in that nation or in all those mergers probably already quit or been burnt already.
Get over here, buddy.
Ape Ship, can you mute your mic? I don't want DCFS called. Thank you, bro. That's a good dude. That's good points right there. Good points. You have any strategies that you can share with the people playing Iron or Polar that you might be able to share?
Stop playing Polar because it's too expensive. That's what I would tell you.
that is a good strategy right there. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't necessarily enjoy that. I mean, I like the merit. Don't get me wrong. I like the towers. But if we're playing some guys that are really in it to win it, for whatever reason, nah, man, we're not playing that.
So let me ask you, if the Chiefs, if the speeds, the heals, were cheaper, and they didn't cost as much, would it be more fun?
I mean, I think it would be better if we were allowed to bring our own troops in, number one. Like, I'm a big fan of, listen, I paid for all these troops. You should fucking let me use them in every event, and stop, forcing me to use heals and your little 2 million troop set. It's like, bro, I have 50 million troops for a fucking reason. Like, let me use them.
Right.
So other than that, it's just, would it be better? For sure. But I don't know. I think that
the reward too, man. The reward is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, the merit's good, but the rewards overall are terrible for what you're spending. If you're actually going in there to play, I mean, you're going to drop 100,000 gold easily. Like, especially a big player.
Been there.
So yeah, I did that once, like a few months back, and I was like, dude, I'm not doing this anymore. Fuck that.
I think that if they remove all the troop type for everyone, to where they actually keep the actual troop type that they had, and not just let 34s have T13s, I think it would be much better.
I mean, it would be much better as also if it. I mean, I don't know if they're trying to make that like the second big event now. Like GC is like the big event. Now that you're getting Poland there because it comes so often and it's 8 weeks long. So they know that it's a big spend and a big whatever for all of us. That's why they keep shoving it down our throats. Like GFK, man, we show up with like 20 to 35 guys. That's it. But Elite War will show up with 90, so like gives you a little bit of a look into, what we give a F about, because it's just too expensive. And again, next week, you're going to have to do it all over again. At least with GC, you're going to drop, whatever, 300,000-400,000 gold, and you're not going to see it for 4 months or 6 months or whatever the fuck it is. Now it's, in 6 weeks, you're going to see it all over again.
I think it's only like 3 weeks later, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. And it's 8 weeks long again. Like, that's the tough part. It's just like, man, let us play, dude.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like the whole
Polar is definitely a problem during GC season. When it's not GC season, it's a little bit better.
Man, we all know when it's GC season, Camel just shoves everything down our throat. So they go, here, take this. Oh, remember this event? Let's bring that back. Have this.
Iron Blood.
It's like, fucking Christ.
Iron Blood's always.
Can you just let us save for fucking GC, you cocksuckers?
You ever notice Iron Blood's always the day before GC or day before Void?
100%, bro. 100% happens every time, dude.
Like
every time.
I don't even freaking. I try not to even go there. Like last one, didn't even go in there. It's no fun. Like if you want to really be, like Void person or a GC winner, Ironblood is a waste in my eyes. Like, yeah, so you can do bubble piercings, but like, I don't like it. I'd rather just play Chaos Land if I'm gonna waste my freaking speeds and heals and shit.
Maybe they do it because they know for a fact that there's a bunch of nations that won't compete for GC for many reasons. So they're thinking like, hey, maybe we can come out with another event that those nations will spend on. And it makes sense, right?
I mean, it
I don't
does.
think
But...
it's like to be away.
Buddy Jason.
What does he stream?
Oh, he's a massive city, so he like streams.
Hey, Winnie, how you doing?
See?
Hey, Winnie. Is Woody Jason here? I'm a weak city, very weak. Now we're just.
What's he streaming?
You're a big city.
I'm not a big city. I'm a little city. I'm
You're
a
huge
little
city.
city in a big fishbowl. You want to see a big city? Look at these stats. That's a big city.
Let's have a look. Wait. Oh, that is a big city.
That's a.
Long range.
That's the kind of city that's going to burn a.
2000%.
Yeah, that's the kind of city that'll burn your house down, your neighbor's house down.
Is that whose city is that?
That's Lead God. One of the strongest people in the game.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Also seeing that cold up there.
He's a big boy.
Lead God, I know you love hearing this.
Is it Lead
God's like, yes,
he's,
I am.
He's like, yep, I sure am. Thank you. Pat on the back.
I'm gonna go see it a bit, boys.
But anyways, I think we have a couple more questions in YouTube chat. Let's see. Hey, Woody, C35 from 858, been beating 36s all day in the mines, but now I've beaten 237s. I'd like to get to that level this year. What level? 37 or my level? If you're gonna try to get to my level, you better start buying uranium.
There's a question in this chat too, Woody.
All right, where is it at?
At the bottom. Yeah, right at that person right there.
Okay, Felix. Okay. If time, can you look at the question, Newer Nation? Question about burnout. What do you mean? We have a few big guys, big players that are basically about to leave. How do these old worlds not have mass players? Why? Maybe why? I think they're asking why these players are leaving. Probably because he's sick of carrying the nation.
You're not burn them out, I guess.
I mean, I think this question has multiple answers. I mean, some of the old nations, guys like Lee God, they really enjoy the game. They love the game. Some other big whales end up just, like you said, Woody, get tired of carrying. Maybe they thought they had money, and then one day looked at the bank account and was like, no way I spent. I feel like that there's just too many answers to that question.
All right, hold on. I think he said a lot of top new worlds have same problems.
Especially with the newer nations.
Yeah.
When they start this game, there's so much spend available. We didn't have that shit growing up in the game. We just didn't. Now these new guys come in and they can drop $1 million in a month. Like straight up.
No, you're absolutely right. Okay, here's another question. He says, how do you find fresh blood? All right, here's a really good tip for you. New whales want to go to and play with other whales. They want to go and play with organized and disciplined nations. And let me explain that. They want to
win.
They want to win. They want their money to count, not have to spend more because someone, a farmer or whatever, drops a bubble for boxes. You know what I mean? Like, you got how much?
Is that you fucking chuckling in the background?
Look at how much you on average, and I know I hate to say this, but like, or ask you, but on a void, like you'd put down in a void. We all, whales they spend on void, but on an average, what would you say you?
An average. I mean, it depends on whether I'm recruiting or not. Assume that I'm not recruiting and I'm just fighting. Probably 200,000 gold, I would say, on average.
Wow.
So 200,000 gold. And 20,000 is $100. You guys do the math. Now, let me explain this to you guys. 200,000 gold, and we're talking about thousands of dollars right now. And he is putting that much money, and all the whales in the nation are putting that much money into the game for a void win. All right. So if you have someone trying to just open bubbles because he's a free to play player and he doesn't care, just know that that person that just dropped thousands of dollars for that win, you lost it. Are you going to pay him back? No. So he's going to burn you. That's his payback. Like,
Or he's going to get frustrated and leave.
Or frustrated and leave.
Yeah.
And go join.
I mean, I think a lot of the newer nations are losing monsters because, you know, they're not getting mergers, right? They're not having any of those things just now, or, you know, I'm watching some of these 1,200 nations screaming for mergers, and they've been alive for like 6 months, man. It's like, bro, chill out, you know? I do think that, again, the spend rate for some of these guys, you know, kind of like Tip said, it's like, you know, you wake up one Monday after spending money all weekend, you're like, oh, you know, it's a little, you know, too much.
A little more than I wanted to spend.
Yeah, I think that definitely plays a part. And then again, you know, just the available spend in these new nations, I think it sucks. Like I wouldn't start in a newer nation just because of the available spend. You know, like
this is the guy right here that that's actually he's the only 41 up there. The next one's a 38, and then a 36, and then it just drops significantly.
I mean, for the age of that nation, that's actually not that damn bad.
I mean, it doesn't look horrible,
No,
you know.
don't. But
how old are they? Like, like a year, maybe?
No, not even that.
Not even. They're like 1,200 or something, right? 1189 or
1139. Oh, maybe they might be about a year.
Yeah, they're about like a year.
But still, that's nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
to have a
one or two, you know, get themselves a nice little merger. You know, what I can see is just a bunch of different alliances, which is kind of gay.
Well,
but I understand how that happens.
I think you guys might, if you come from an older nation, you might not know that the younger nations are just filled with sellers and farms. People are told when they start the game, oh, you're going to need 20 farms so you can level up quickly. So you have a nation that looks active, but it's not. It's like 10% or 20% of that nation is actually active. So that's why these people are crying for mergers, because then you get up to uranium lock and you look around your nation and you think, cool, I don't even have a full alliance of players. I can't compete, so I need a merge. I think that's what's happening in the younger nations.
I mean, it definitely makes sense, you know, but they should know that, especially, you know, when they have the availability of the show, you know, seeing what's in their nation. I mean, I agree, you need farms in the beginning unless you're trying to spend a bunch of cash.
Yeah, but they're building all these farms on first day kind of stuff, to where the nation is filled up with them. I mean, look at this one. I mean, you got to the corner of the maps is just these resource cells. What they're doing is they're going into these.
Those are bots.
Yeah, these are bots. They're using bots.
Yeah, that's fun.
Filling the entire nation.
That's what I'm saying. Though Camel doesn't know, or at least they don't seem to know.
They know. They know.
Oh, they know. They just can't stop it.
Yeah, that's why. That's why when you start a brand new city now, they have a different way that you have to do it. They have the whole entire city blacked off, and you have to actually open up different things before you can open up and see.
What is this? Your server or AOO server?
AOO.
All right, I'll shut up then.
Thank you for asking.
Wait, one of the things that they should do to help nations like this is any city that is inactive for 90 days, for example, just as an a good number, to remove them from the map and don't count that against them.
I agree. I would love to see that.
I would love that idea.
I would love to see all these cities disappear.
Move them from the map. There's no point in them being there. I mean, what do you need 500 level 6 cities for?
So you'll notice, like in the earlier days, people will make all these wall cities to try to get people away from their hive. And like now, I wish they weren't there because I want them to port close to my hive.
Yeah. You want them close. It saves you speed, damn it.
Speeds, and they're good traps.
You know, like you want those fucking idiots to jump like on your fucking black tar next to you, you know, just because it's cheaper.
Yup, it's much cheaper. Like, oh, cool, I get to save fucking 10 50s.
Oh, leave one or two empty spots. Like, oh, looky here. Can't believe we left that.
I mean, I love the guys who do the frenzy tower, and then the frenzy tower is like fucking a 30-minute walk from their hive because they didn't prepare for it.
Yep. Love that shit. You can see exactly when they're coming. Okay,
It's
so
like, okay.
all right. Felix says we just don't have that many players. Feel they did things.
I mean, the
very
fact of the
different.
matter is those newer nations. In my opinion, I wouldn't be there. I would go to an older nation that already has all that shit in place.
Well, I don't think we got a lot of people realize that they can still join older nations.
Oh, we know.
And you can.
He's like, we know.
You can. All these
It's just
nations
expensive to want to switch.
still be joined except for a lock nation.
So this is a brand new nation already. Look at this. Like this just opened today.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, look at all those fucking all those bubbles.
These are all bots.
At what level can you before you can't move to another nation?
8. You gotta get so you can move at level 7, and you only get 48 hours to do that. But I mean, if you move to an older nation with like a C7, yeah, you might not want to do that.
No, that's not. That's why I asked if this was your server AOs. So no, definitely do not create a new city in an older nation. That would be very disadvantageous of you.
Look at it, dude. It's
Say that, but who's a whale that's going to speed build the sucker? You'd be better off to speed build in 425 than you would be 1250 or 1280 or 1300, whatever.
A bazillion percent. A bazillion percent. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Camel's not dumb. They
I just wouldn't be building a new city from scratch these days, bro.
No.
There's too many places to spend money. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's literally crazy. If you're a new guy downloading this app, or woman for that matter, if you're somebody new downloading this app to play this game, man, like if you are smart and you look around, it is, I mean, it's tolerable for me because again, everything's already kind of maxed out. So when they release something new, it's, something actually to spend money on. Man, these new guys, dude, I feel bad for them, bro. I do. Where are you going to spend the money? On the Titans, on the warplane, on the fucking officers, on the officer equipment, on the Titan equipment, on the this. There's like 80 different places to spend money. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
So I know the whole. I don't use the word buy or sell. Those are two words that we can't say, but I do use the word trade, which is legal to use. So to answer one of your questions that we're kind of trying to point towards, if you're in a newer nation and you understand the game, or you want to understand the game, and you got a deep wallet, there are nations out there that got decent cities that are big that you would save like $300,000-$400,000 US dollars or more. You can pick up for a fraction. I mean,
not to mention the knowledge that you would gain from them too, which is what's the word? It's priceless. There's the word I'm looking for.
You gain the knowledge. You gain not having the headache of having to clean your nation, or people dropping bubbles, or people trying to be the political.
Because ultimately, even all the older nations, and I don't even know if 425 is an older nation these days or not. I'm really not sure how that, where that where that line is.
You're like almost at that ancient point right now.
Yeah, dude, it's funny. We were talking about that in the Alliance chat like last week, as a matter of fact. It's like, are we an old nation now? Like, I don't know. But I would assume so, because I mean, we're the lower 50%, What is there? 1,300 nations now? Something like that.
Yeah, I was even telling my own alliance that the 700s were considered to be older nation now. Like we are no longer new. Like for people that break rules, guys, this isn't first day shit. Like
yeah, for sure,
like,
bro. You should
should
burn
know.
some fucking down. Yeah, it's but I think it would be a lot easier for any of those whatever older nations, call it 500 and down, that actually fight and do their thing, and there's cities available in all of them. 255, 269, 219, blah blah blah, 425, 567. The list goes on and on and on. In my opinion, 621. Like these are all nations that know what the f they're doing. And I think you have a lot, more, whatever, fun.
Like for
quote unquote.
for instance, the city we're looking at right now, that was what we're talking about by someone else. Came here. It, it might not. It's not going to be a 4. It might not be a 41, or maybe it will be. But that's decently. It's decently done. And he's
Yeah,
big.
so at least somebody's using it, because
Exactly.
like I got a couple of whatever guys in my nation that are, wanting to trade cities, if that's what you want to call it. And the long and short of it is I don't really even care who gets in there because at least the city will be active.
Yeah.
And because currently it's not, so it's like, all right, well, I don't really care who gets in there as long as they understand the game and can chill when they're supposed to because he's a fat boy. And, but anywho,
So this
at
guy
least
is.
we just want the city active,
So let me ask you a question. Like, this guy is actually probably interested in cities with like 15 to 17 million officers. Those are going to be rare and hard to come across. Like mega whale cities, they're rare. But like you can trade something for something fairly close to that.
I mean, I don't think they're rare in nations like 255, 269, 219. I think those are fairly easy to come around. Maybe
Well,
not like on an everyday basis, but
yeah, it's something you
you're
can look
gonna.
out for.
Yeah, every 30 days, man, there's one of those popping up. I think there's one available in 385 right now, as a matter of fact.
I think you're right.
So, like these are all, when the time's right.
So,
That's
but people also need to know that the way, like we'll just say in 1139, the way you play in 1139 compared to the older nations is like don't play
you got,
like that.
don't bring that whiny crying I'm gonna do what I want shit from that nation to these older nations. You'll just die.
Yeah.
And especially if you bought one of those nice pretty new cities and it's got 100 million BP, you might get killed.
Yeah, that's
depending on how much of an attitude you have. But yeah, it's definitely a different mentality. Especially for void wars. Those nations that I keep kind of running off at the tip of my tongue. You don't mess with those guys. You just don't.
We got a new subscriber, Ardell TV. Thank you for subscribing. And another thing you got to realize is this: when you go into an older nation, it compared to newer nations where you can stay unbubbled and you can be that, you cannot do that in an older nation. Even people like with my BP of 339, 340 million BP, I am not safe in an older nation. I went against 385, and I bubbled after every hit. I hid my troops in nation. If I went to opposite nation, I got in, did my shit, and got the fuck out. Went back to my nation. I did not stay there. Like that, you got to be careful. Like real careful. Imagine just
Woody was scared as shit going to 385.
But I did get Void Tyrant. I will admit that I did get Void Tyrant. But in reality, they didn't play the way they usually played. So I mean, I give them. They knew they were gonna win it. They do. There was no win in that one. Like they got. Imagine being in my nation, 736, and then matched up with 385.
It's just the point. It's the stat averages and the fleet sizes.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yep.
It's like even if you had your whole clan online and you're really good up there, and I see you guys kind of running up the elite war ranks, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's 90 versus 90. They're winning every time.
Yeah, you're right. I was hoping you weren't paying attention to that. Damn it. I was hoping you weren't paying attention to that.
Yeah, I see you guys sliding up them ranks, man. It's cool.
Well, I've been actually trying to sit out of them, so we start dropping back down. Because we hit the report right here, the last one right here, 309 gun with, Rue. I mean, probably easy for you guys, but against us, now we got.
Yeah, those guys are got a couple of big dogs for sure. But no, they're kind of up there. They don't really want to fight guys like us.
No,
they just want to hang out in the 75-ish ranks, and that's it. Which is cool. You get really good merit for up there.
You really do.
You
really do. I mean,
are you in GC finals, Woody?
Yeah, I'm in finals.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to. I don't think 736 is going to really go for it.
I was going to say, where's your attacks on Elite War, bro? You got to get those in.
I don't think we're going to really try. If you're picking up on laying down, don't want to ruin something for before next season kind of deal. Basically, we don't want to ruin our chance in case we get another merger before next season by trying to go hard on this. We don't want to ruin that part. But I was really starting to
Do you
think.
do you even think that you're getting a merger anytime soon? Like for real?
I mean, I was looking at what we have in our nation. I'm looking at
You've been merged once, correct?
Only once, yes, and it's been over a year.
And it's been over a year.
Correct. But all the nations
and
around
you were only merged. You were only merged with one nation, right? Not a three nation.
Yeah, 738 is who we merged with. But the way I'm looking at it right now is that we got 641s right now and a 40. So and 40 is going to be this guy's going to be a 41 soon too. So if you also look at we'll go in 744, they've got their second merger, and they're right about where we're at right now. So I don't know if we're going to be getting one anytime soon.
Yeah, it's kind of the reason why 425 had to wait to the very end.
Yeah, we're too strong right now. Here, I'll show you 744.
And they recently got a second merger?
What was it? In between last season, before this season, I mean.
Because there's a merger announcement currently, but it starts at like 900 or something, right?
Yeah, this one was at 900. Yeah. So they got 1040s and above. So 741s. But we're still able to beat them in GC. So I don't know. I think we're just too strong.
Those boys are pretty strong.
They are. They're very strong. I think this next season they're going to be a real big issue. They're not. See, right now they're not all in the same alliance, and I think that's the issue that they're having right now is that they don't got full potential into one alliance.
They also had a bit of a civil war too for a bit going.
Yeah. So they're not taking the full advantage of their merger, which it hurts me to see that because they're not going to be able to compete against, like, per se, if we do get a merger, our numbers are going to look similar to this or better. You know, we might have 1241s, or if they go against what if 785 gets another merger? I mean, they're already a fucking beast. They get a merger. What are you going to do then? Like, the only way to compete is
that's
to
Vegas,
have
right? 785.
Yep. Yeah, that's Vegas and Holbrook.
Okay.
But like they get something like that, and let's say 75 gets a merger like 799 with Ducky and Beast. Like game fucking over. Like
yeah, that's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Like they're wiping out 555 kind of deal.
Okay. Or maybe. Yeah. Does in here? Right in here?
What's that?
The pipe.
Okay. Hey, you want to mute your mic, Scrapper? Thank you. So what's your guys' thoughts on that? Like, I don't think that we're going to get a merge for a while.
Yeah, I think you're going to be in the 425 set of things where you're going to hang out till the last of your globe is going to be getting mergers. And you're probably going to have to bitch and scream to whoever you need to get it.
Think you're going to get a merge, Woody? I just think you're not going to, because of your, well, listen to what I'm saying. I think you're not going to get the kind of merger you want. There's a difference.
Yep, there you go. That's what I was going to.
I think you're going to get a nation that has 141 and maybe a 40 and a bunch of, a handful of 38s. And then
those are sometimes the best ones, though, man. I mean, that's exactly what we got at 503.
That's what he needs is depth. So not necessarily top heavy, but depth. And I think you'll get the depth, not the top heavy, is the type of merge that you will get.
Yeah, that's what we got with 503, man. We didn't get anything, whatever, super big and hungry, whalish, but we got a shit ton of active guys, that buy into our method. So it worked out really, really well.
That's what we need. Is like we have the whales. We just need the actual activity. I can see a nation like this, and this is like we might get something like that.
That's exactly what you're going to get. Something just like that, Woody.
Yeah.
Which will
Yeah, I
allow you to
agree.
compete with the 4s and 5s and 3s.
Well, this nobody guy right here is. I don't even think he's playing anymore.
He is
Oh,
playing. He's
he
just
is.
break.
Okay. Oh, he's taking a break. Okay. How active is this nation? Like, I know that that's old. That's Zealot's old nation, but like, I haven't really been paying attention of how active.
I mean, we don't face them, but they're always in the uranium mines, so that seems good.
Well, I mean, everyone's always in uranium mines. Are they always on like level 7 and people just leave them alone, or are they all like fighting in the uranium mines?
I mean, I only watched 7, but a couple of people you just showed are definitely chilling in the 7s. We don't really fight in the 7s.
Gotcha. The only people I fight in the mines are those freaking locked nations. Those people. This guy right here, me and him go back and forth.
The 722 guy said he loves you, Woody.
The 722 guy?
He loves you.
Oh, he loves me in the mines, but he hated me in freaking Void or in GC. He hated me. He's sent there and I knocked him out. But yeah, me and this guy, we go back and forth. He hits me, I hit him.
He's one of the last whales in the Lock Nation, so you know.
This guy?
Yep. He's still the original OG.
No kidding.
He's a good guy too. I mean, super nice, down to earth. I mean, really, really, really good guy. If you ever need me to talk to him for you, I can, just so you know.
I think he hit me because I knocked his buddy out here. The cloud guy.
That's not him. That's the people that manage him and do his dailies. There's 2 different versions. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
They have people that do all the dailies for them, and it's not the same player. It's not the actual whale guy.
Gotcha. I understand what you're saying. All right, 777. They spent in triangle. Not sure how much that says about their activity. See, that's why are they? That's what I'm not understanding. Why would they spend in Triangle War if they can just use that money into their city? These are the mind blowing things that bother me. Like, guys, Triangle War is, I don't know. Some people like it for the skin, but I mean, you don't. I don't know what to say.
The nation buff is good that you get if you win. The top 3 guys get.
What, the 3%?
No, you get more than that. You can get 8% if you take first on 3 different things.
It's 10%.
I'm talking about the tower. Yeah,
10?
The
10.
skin is decent. Yeah, but I mean the actual like 3%.
No, I'm talking about the nation benefit.
The tower.
The nation benefit.
Thought it was throwing
Yes,
3%.
No, it changes for each place you've taken. It starts high, then goes down, and then goes down to 3rd.
Interesting. Speaking of,
You go to my nation, find it. We won it. We took first this last time, and I was shocked on what.
Yeah, it's 10%. It's 10%. We won too. I just checked. It's 10%.
But tell him 10% on what? Tell him so he knows what it is.
Okay, hold on.
It's not
hold
just
on.
one
hold
10%.
on.
It's 10% on 3 things.
I think it's 10%
It's
on the
10%
attack.
against your. It's your attack against boost. All 10% against mid, melee, and long range.
And it's not that bad of a counter.
Yeah, it's not bad.
10% ain't that bad.
For 3 different things for every single player in your nation.
Yeah.
Or you're in your. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's not that bad. Yeah, like Archie said, we need numbers, not the strength. Like.
Yeah. But nobody will have it for GC because it runs out in less than 2 days. That sucks.
You gotta make it fair. I mean,
even the polar statue runs out in 2 days. So both of those buffs, nobody will have.
Gotta be fair.
True.
I mean, if that was the case, they would they would have the freaking that one, whatever you call it, the ancient battleground reward. All right, we have.
Yeah, is Ronaldo head of state for GC finals?
Oh, he was in head of state, yeah.
Is he in finals?
I guess we can ask Tip.
I don't think 693 made it to finals.
No, 567 beat 693 in GC.
567 beat 693, huh?
Yes.
Did 693 actually go hard, or were they just like sitting there not doing much?
I don't remember.
Well, it's Ronaldo. The guy goes hard any event in every event.
Takes more than a player though, but it was a fun battle. We had a lot of fun with them. They went pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. It was fun.
I know that I seen the whole Ronaldo went against 637. Of course, they had numbers. 637 couldn't really do too much, but they fought.
Is Ronaldo in GC finals again?
No, we beat him.
That's fair.
Did you actually try
We
to
got
beat him?
555. Yeah, 555, 621, 567, and 550 are in the finals.
So who's going to win that one then?
Probably 621. 550 is going to help 621, and we're not really trying. And 555 doesn't have their original OGs, so it's what it is.
Are you going to help the?
Wait, you said 550 is going to help 621?
Has for the last 3 or 4 GCs. To answer that question.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, but so at what point did they help 550 get a win? I mean, there has to be a point where if nations are helping.
They gave 550 a pass. I was there when that happened, but they didn't help. They just gave them a pass. That GC they sat out, and 528 and 635 beat up 550, and 550 took second place that year.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you have a nation if you got nations helping you out to win all the time, at what point do you help pay back what they've done for you? You know what I mean?
Great question. That's a great question. You figure that one out. You let me know.
I was going to say, you let me know when you figure that out, Woody.
Oh, I know that. I know. But what I'm saying is there's going to be a point if you keep helping a nation get the win that they're going to be like, okay, well, when is it our turn? And if we're not going to get it, we're no longer going to help you.
Well,
this is their 4th time. They're still doing it, so I guess you ride the wave as long as you can.
We got.
I heard through the grapevine it's the opposite this GC.
That's why I like Globe 5 GC. We do our thing. Nobody helps each other. Whatever. And that's it.
Well,
I don't like that ganging up on shit.
Well, the whole helping part was more towards trying to make sure the lock nations don't make the finals, because you get multiple lock nations in it, and I'm not talking about 621 because they were just really smart at what they did, but you get multiple lock nations in, like 3 lock nations versus 1 unlocked. It's game over. Like there's nothing you can do. You got 2 alliances burning you, and then they've already picked their winner long time ago.
Got to outsmart them like they did.
But what the problem is like, for say, when you do get the burn, when you do get the lock nations out of there and they're no longer in the finals and everyone's like unlocked, that's got to be, I don't know, you got to figure something out, because everyone helped everyone to get there. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I mean, it just depends on the GC bracket. Obviously, there's a lot of bad blood from people not being helped or being thanked for helping them, per se. Kind of along the lines of what you're saying. And that's where the bad blood all comes in, and all the drama happens. But I'm hoping for the future that changes and things get better. That's my hope.
Well, it comes back down to like knowing the brackets and how close you are to being the person that drops. Like, for instance, and I hate to use mine again because like there's little arguments that's going on, but like 732 has already got a win. 736 has already got a win. 711 and 767 has not got a win yet in GC. 711 is about to fall into your guys' bracket, which will never get a win because of the simple fact that they don't have enough to
they're-
compete. They're going to be the nation helping out for one of you guys to get the win. So they won't have enough to compete.
In my opinion, the only help should be is burn it up on the Chinese. But
And I agree.
I guess people go a little bit further because of beefs or whatever the case is. So it is what it is. I'm glad we don't have that shit up in Glow 5.
Yeah, y'all have the best GC bracket, period, as far as I'm concerned, with people playing fair and having fun.
Well,
I think in the younger nations, it's not even the top alliance that wins. It's usually just whoever makes the best deals. That's why I think Camel should just charge you 10 grand to set another nation as union in the final and just make the deal first class. Make some money off of it.
I mean,
make
I
it
just don't
obvious to
understand how
everyone.
male egos make deals. That's so gay.
I don't think anyone's ever won a GC that I've been a part of that was the strongest nation. It's always the other three ganging up on them. And I'm not in the final, so I'm not talking about anybody, anywhere, any globe. I'm not in any GC final. I'm just saying everyone I've been a part of in the past, the ones that we won, we weren't the strongest nation. And the ones where people thought we were the strongest nation, everybody was against us.
So I know 770 before you guys merged with them, they've got 2 GC wins back to back. And when I went up against 770 the first time I met them, was the only one that I stopped their thing. Like me and Vegas, we went head to head. And 744 was able to get the towers in the background, the toilets, while we were fighting in the middle, and they were able to get more points than both of us.
Yeah, I mean, so the first couple of GCs in 785 were against 799, and they've always been the strongest. So there was always a nation that was looking to make a deal, and 785 benefited from it. Now when we got Vegas, then all of a sudden everybody attacks us. So I think instead of pretending I wish it was like League God is talking about, but since it's not, if I were Camel, I would just charge you 10,000 gold or 100,000 gold to set another nation as an ally. I mean, you've already got the deal implicitly. Let's just go ahead and make it first class, make some money for Camel, and then everybody can see what's up instead of, oh, we don't do deals. Oh, we do deals. Oh, don't tell anyone but the R4s. Oh, I'll lead. And it'll be our little secret. It seems silly. Just make it first class, make some more money on it, call it a day.
I think they need to treat GC like EW. They need to raise and lower people in the brackets and allow them to try different brackets. Instead of just doing 1 through 10, you're in this bracket, 11 through 20, you're in this bracket. Do it based off strength and power and spend.
I think they should just give a golden coin for $1,000 a year, able to move your city 4 globes up, 4 globes down, and go from there each year.
That would be fun. I'm not gonna lie.
The thing is like you never know in your alliance. You might think your entire alliance is going to move with you, or someone's going to come there, and you would.
It's so difficult to be motivated. Who's going to spend their fucking gold and their speeds on helping the next nigga? It just doesn't even sound fucking right.
Yeah.
What about GC winners challenging each other in a GC?
Oh, dude,
The first 4 brackets challenge each other, and then the next 4.
That would be the bottom bracket would win right out the
I mean,
bat.
you would just give everything to 255.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're beast.
Because you wouldn't be able to beat them, Or,
Hell no. You see him in Polar, just sit out. I can confirm.
Correct. We also do the same.
There's no.
Those cocksuckers just slow walk with 65, bro. There's like nothing you can do with it,
Hit him.
And then every single one of them are like 1,500, 1,600 above. It's like there's no 600 LRAs.
We did some math, and it was like they had an average of 60,000 more troops per person, and they had an average of 210 LRA, better than all of us on average.
Jesus Christ.
That makes sense why I got demolished now.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's not even fucking fun. And I
wasn't.
love Oracle. She's one of the best female leaders in the game. And, she's always one trying to make deals and shit like that. And I just tell her flat out, I'm not making fucking deals with you. fuck you. I will spend to beat you because I feel violated if I make a deal with you. So I can't do that.
Well, it
No offense, but they don't need the deal.
they really don't.
I mean, they do with like Triangle War and DOD and shit like that. They
Okay,
have
go
to
with that,
use.
but not a polar.
No, not at Polar. No, there's no deal. If anything, you make the deal with them to keep them out of your little, out of your wheelhouse.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I won't touch your shit. Please just leave us alone. You can have the center.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll take second.
But again, Oracle takes advantage of that shit. She stays out of your little area, but the moment H and fucking F opens up, it's like you can't even touch it. It's like, all right, I'm going home. I'm gonna take my ball and go home.
I found out. I can't disagree.
Well, you didn't even fuck around. You just found out.
It was the worst polar experience I've ever had. I'm not gonna lie.
555 was my worst experience when all the real players was there. I was like, I couldn't even get out of the city.
Yeah, well, the one polar that I spent way too much on, it was against Ronaldo, and 255 was also there.
Oh, no.
And I got Oracle texting me the whole time, like, "Oh, this is really fun watching you and Ronaldo and Treehouse go at it." It's like, "Fuck you, Oracle! Like, leave me alone."
You know, when she watches it, she's gonna laugh her ass off because she probably remembers all that.
Well, I mean, again, they're very good and strategic, so it's like one of those things where they just sit back and watch, and then they know that they're going to take the center in the last minute, so they can grab the the win right at the end.
Yeah, I mean that's the plan, but that was always our plan, but it never worked out that way. Like they start cutting our path off and everything, and it's like, fuckers.
Yeah, the Chinese are really good at speeding around, chopping you up. That's for sure.
Yeah, they really are. So why wouldn't they fight in Void? I mean, I get they don't want to lose troops because they want to save it for GC, but you would think that they would want to fight in Void if they're like so competitive.
I can only equate it to the troop loss. I mean, because again, they are very, whatever, active in other events, and they all come online at the same time, i.e. Polar and Elite War and things like that. Why we don't see fucking big Void reports with 60, 80 plus, 555 members, or even 528s. Like anybody in the top, say, 20 of Elite War, those Chinese fuckers should have like reports with 50, 60 trying to kill a bitch, but they don't.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. It's probably because, like you said, they choose the other events and, leave that for what it is. Because I've played 457 a bunch of times in Void before they merge into 555, and it was like literally the easiest thing we've ever done.
I know they reinforce. That's about all.
And
I
the
know.
points are ridiculous. When you play those guys, it's like the points are 25 to 30 million every time.
Look at this hit, 41 to 49.
Oh yeah, I was talking to DZ the other day, dude. That is such a great hit. I love the points on that.
That's huge points. That's like game-changing points right there. Jeez.
Yeah, that'll make you pick up your ball and go home. That's what that does.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, so there's a lot of lock nations.
That sucks the life right out of you, man. That's for sure.
Yeah. Now imagine if if you were the city being hit in here. Not saying your actual city, but like.
That sucks for whatever that was, Cave On or something like that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
That guy lost 4 million troops, man. Shit sucks.
Jesus Christ.
All those losses on the right side are all from one player.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's a lot of losses right there.
And the other side, what is it? Fucking, 150 dead per, 150,000 dead per person, something like that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just absolutely point horde them all the way to the fucking parking lot.
Kayla from the YouTube chat. Yeah, my live definitely has a delay on it. That's just how all YouTubes are. Any lives will have a delay on it. But anyways, guys, we are literally 3 hours in. Your boy Woody needs to go to sleep. So I'm gonna end the live, and guys, GC's